Good afternoon from beautiful Viking Stadium. Tonight, we'll be bringing you a football game. The 0-1 Chabot Gladiators taking on the home team, 0-1 DVC Vikings. My name is Reese Adams. I'm joined by my partner, Blake Kincaid. How you doing today, Blake?
Doing good, Reese. Both teams today looking to erase last week's deficits and come out on top tonight.
Definitely. Looks like the Vikings have elected to receive. Looks like we've got number 16, Brandon Perilliat, back to receive. And number 65, Jason Castro, on for Chabot for the kick.
First 22 on the field.
Perilliat receives the kick, takes it up the middle, finds a hole, makes a man miss. Oh, the ball's on the ground. We'll see who recovered it.
It looked like Diablo Valley got the ball back there.
Tackle made by number 24, Dante Griffith-Johnson.
Looks like DVC jumped on it. They retain possession. We do have a man down on Chabot. Number 42, Robert Battis, is down.
It looked like the ball was knocked out by his own man there.
Yeah, definitely ran into the back of his own guy there. Caused the fumble.
Player being attended to on the field is the Gladiators number 42, Robert.
The Vikings will be looking to get a fast start today, wouldn't you think, Blake?
Yeah, I'd say they're trying to come out and score pretty quick after being shut out last week.
Definitely.
Try and get on the board, show that they can get going early.
I think both teams will be looking to get the momentum early on and trying to carry that on throughout the game. I think
Yeah,
that'd be important first
that'll
drive
probably
for
be
the
what the
Vikings.
game is decided by. I didn't really see what happened to 42 down there.
I don't know, me neither. It might have got rolled up on. The starting offense will take the field behind number 7, Matt Vitale. Led the team last week at quarterback. They'll be featured by number 14, Devin McDaniels, at receiver, as well as number 10, Demetrius Spears. They'll be looking to get a better start than last week, sustain a drive, and get points on the board early. No. All right, now we're good. Yeah. Looks like 42 is walking off on his own power. Hopefully we'll see him later on in this game. Robert Battis. All right, the Vikings are going to be starting from their own 31-yard line, 1st and 10. Matt Vitale is in pistol formation with Miles Harrison behind him. We've got two wide receivers out to his right and two out to his left. Vitali gets the snap, looks to his right, and is caught by number 8. Gets to about the 40-yard line. Number 8, Cameron Norfleet on the catch.
And that's a good quick throw there. Just gets it out, gets the offense rolling there. Good first down play. Look to pound it up the middle here to get that first down on second down and about 2.
It'll be second and short from the 40-yard line. Back in the pistol is Vitali. Vitali gives it off to Harrison. Harrison's cuts to the near sideline. Make a man miss. Couple good blocks. He's still going. Making guys miss. Still going, and he steps out at about the Gladiators' 45-yard line, giving the Vikings a first down.
Yeah, that outside receiver right there made that play happen. He had a couple big blocks on the outside, allowed Harrison to get out there.
It'll be first and 10 from the 45 for the Vikings.
The Vikings offense is rolling right now.
They'll try to sustain it here. Vitali back in the pistol. .20 goes in motion. Hands it back off to Harrison. Makes a man miss. Cuts up the sideline. Oh, and he stumbles. He's still up. He's still in. And he's pushed out at about the 15-yard lines. Another first down for the Vikings.
And Harrison just stumbled right there. And if he would have stayed on his feet and stayed clean, I think he could have got in right there. Another big run by Harrison. He's looking good tonight.
DVC's got to drive now. Be first and 10 from the 16.
At the 16-yard line, first and 10.
Vitali back in the pistol formation with now number 4, Kendall McNeil behind him. Okay. Hands off to McNeil, right up the middle, right up the gut, and he's brought down. What looks like to be an 8 or 9 yard gain by number 24, Dante Griffith-Johnson.
The DVC running game getting a good start out there.
Definitely.
Three carries, about 50 yards. They just drove right down the field.
It'll bring up a second and short for the Vikings.
That offensive line is really just creating like big gaps for Harrison and McCrell to run right through.
Shotgun formation for Vitali. Watson and McNeil in the backfield with him. Vitali keeps it, pitches it to number 20, Watson, fumbles it. Ball's still on the ground.
I can't tell who got it back there. And
looks like the Vikings jumped on it and recovered it. Looks like he got right about back to the line of scrimmage, bring up another third and short for the Vikings.
just a miscommunication there.
Third and short from the 9-yard line for the Vikings. Pistol formation again for Vitali. McNeil is behind him. Vitali gets the snap. Give it to McNeil. Up the middle. Making guys miss. And it's close to the first down. Officials are calling for the stop the clock. We'll see if they give it to him here.
Just powering his way through that offensive line, through that defensive line.
Looks like we're going to have a measurement here.
And they're going to...
Oh, nope. Vikings first down. It'll be first and goal for the Vikings from the 6-yard line.
I'd say they're going to go back to the running game. It's been working all night for this first couple of minutes here.
Pistol formation for Vitali. McNeil behind him. Trouble on the snap for Vitali. He falls on it. 48 will be credited with the sack on the play. That is, we don't have a number for 48, I'm sorry. A loss of about 4. It'll bring up second and goal from the 10.
Vitali just didn't look it in there. It was a decent snap, just didn't take it in.
Looks like we got a cut for number 60 on the play. Number 60 is Drew Sullivan. He's coming out, being replaced by number 79, Caleb Price.
That'll be a quick patch up. He'll be right back in. I'd be looking for DVC to run this ball here.
You got Trips to Vitali's left, who's in pistol. McNeil behind him. Lone wide receiver number 10 out to his right. Vitali takes a snap, looks to his right. And we've got a flag on number 1.
Yep, he was all over
Hello
him.
for Alphonse, all over number 10. Demetrius Spears on the play.
And you called it, Reese. He went right to that one-on-one. Tried to run the slant, and number 1 couldn't get around the play. And it was pass interference on number 1.
It is a spot foul. It'll be placed at the 4-yard line. It'll be first and goal from the 4 for the Vikings.
And that's a big play right there for the Vikings.
All right, Vitali pistol formation. McNeil behind him. Same formation as last time. Trips to his left. Spears is singled out on the right. We've got a timeout for Vikings. Some miscommunication on the play.
I think it was going to be a delay of game, actually. There's only 2 seconds left on the play clock. Had to use the timeout there.
Quick reminder for DVC fans, Vikes will go to the College of the Sequoias next Saturday.
I think this is going to be a pretty important next couple of downs for the Vikings. They made it this far, sustained a big drive, and they need to put some points on the board.
They've struggled in the red zone.
Yeah.
For just this drive. 2 fumbles already inside the 10-yard line. They need to punch it in here. Get the first touchdown of the season, and really get their season going.
Yeah, get the early momentum. Hopefully it carries them throughout the game and hopefully throughout the season here.
That game starts at 5:30 p.m. That's 5:30 for Feather River on the 22nd.
Nah, you're good. It'll be first and goal from the 4 for the Vikings. Get it. Pistol formation for Vitali. Looks to his left. Play is called dead. We might have had some early movement there.
Yep, false start.
That's on number 3, Miles Harrison. Some early movement. It'll bring him back to the 9-yard line.
A little bit eager there to get going. And their red zone struggles are continuing here.
Still first and goal from the 9.
They've gone to the air a few times. I'd say they put it back on the ground, go back to what's been working this whole drive.
Clock is readjusted to show 10:33.
10:33 on the clock.
Glad you're back, Amy.
Back in the pistol for Vitali. Got 2 receivers on either side. He drops back, looks to his left, dumps it off to the slot receiver.
There we go.
Cornerback falls down. Vikings touchdown. Number 25, Demarie McKenzie.
Just a little 5-yard out there, and the linebacker, I think, came out to cover him and got tripped up and in for the touchdown. That's a big play there for the Vikings. And a little bit of trickery here.
79. Since you look, I like you really like your little battery. 72.
Number 39, Prominence Akubwa Onwamika on the kick for the PAT.
He got a lot of practice last week.
And it's down. Oh, error on the play. The holder had problems getting it. Oh, now there's a flag on the play. Looks like
I
maybe
think that's
going to
be a face mask.
Penalty flag on the 2-point conversion.
That's 28 trying to run. But there's a face mask against Chabot. Or something.
We'll await the call from the head referee here. It looks like it might be face mask on the Vikings.
Wow. Maybe he put his hand on the face mask. Hold on, I gotta see. Yeah, it looks like it went against us, but let's see what happens.
I'm not sure what the call is here, but either way, I think it's going to be enforced on the kickoff.
It was
Wow.
a face mask on the holder, number 28, Deontay Malin.
I guess when he went up for that stiff arm, he grabbed a little mask.
So 28 face mask, even though he got tackled. He must put his hands on the mask and try to pull him down. So 15-yard penalty.
That's still a big drive right there for the Vikings.
Important points to put on early for him.
Is no good. DVC leading at 10-26.
Gives them confidence going into their next drive, and hopefully gives the defense some confidence as well.
Yeah, hopefully the defense has done some work in the week prior to this game and flushed the last game down the drain. Tried to come back here and put on a good show.
Kicking off for DVC is number 39, Prominence Akubwa Onwamika.
All right, number 39, Prominence Akubwa Onwamika on the kick. And number 18 and number 39 are back to receive for the Gladiators.
Number 9 and 18, David Tayud, the two deep men now for the Gladiators.
The penalty was enforced on the kickoff. They'll be kicking from the 20.
Kickoff will be for the
This is going to be interesting to see
penalty.
what comes of that penalty with this return.
The ball fell down prior to him kicking it. We'll have a re-kick here.
Just tip. Just the tip? Is that what I heard? I just said it just tipped. Oh. I heard just the tip. No, the ball has the yips, not the tips. I keep on going, I'll have the yips.
Just keep taking those sips.
That's right, I just keep on taking the sips to avoid the yips. And I'm not going to tell you what's in my water.
Kick is away. DeJuan Johnson taking it out. And he's brought down at the 30-yard line. Good coverage for
There's a
DVC.
flag on the play down at the 20. I think it might be an offsides or a false start.
Andrew Perez, number 40, gets credit for the stop. Gladiators take over their own 30-yard line. They get to go first and 10.
Referees are having a council here to see what the Gladiators want to do with the flag on the play.
I'm saying I don't see a flag. That's what
If it is offsides, they will have the option to re-kick. Or they can add 5 on from the end of the kick if they would like.
And if it is a re-kick, that's going to be a deep one.
Definitely, definitely. If I was the Gladiators, I would think about re-kicking here.
I would too. They are going to re-kick, it sounds like, from the
By the looks of
sideline
it, they're
noise.
bringing it back, and now the kick will come from the 15-yard line of the Vikings.
Special teams having a rough start tonight. Illegal formation.
So DVC will kick off once again. 15. This time from the 15-yard line.
Akubois on Wamika on the kick again.
Good job.
He's got a big leg,
That he does.
but he's going to need a big one here for this kick.
Johnson and Silva's back to receive again. The kick is off, and it indeed is another good one. Looks like Johnson takes it to the far sideline, cuts up, brought down at about the 45-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Gladiators from there.
And that's just a product of a couple of flags and still not a bad kick there, but they're going to start out their first offensive drive with great field position at about the 45.
The Gladiators are led on the field by number 5, Jonathan O'Brien, who'll be quarterbacking them today. He's in the backfield with number 25, D'Angelo Stubbs. Shotgun formation for O'Brien. Trouble with the snap, looking to his left, scrambling off to the far sideline, trying to find a receiver, and he does. Number 7, Malik Henderson, for what looks to be about a 5 or 6 yard gain on the play.
And there's a flag down on the field again, but that was a busted play from the start. Bad snap. I think the defensive line broke through immediately, and he just had to scramble and make something happen, and he did. That's a good play there.
We'll see what the flag is here. Looks like the line judge on this side, on the near sideline, has thrown the flag.
It looks to be on the Gladiators.
There's an eligible man downfield on the offense. Vikings have accepted the penalty. It'll be 1st and 15 from the 40 for the Gladiators. O'Brien in shotgun formation. Stubbs to his right. Wide receiver comes in motion. More flags on the play. Early movement.
And there's been a lot of flags in this game so far. There was actually 4 flags down right there, Reese.
Shooting themselves in the foot here early on. It'll be 1st and 20 for the Gladiators. Not a way you want to start your first drive of the night.
Both teams, not having a great start on the penalty charts.
Looks like still some confusion for the Gladiators here. They've got trips formation here on the near sideline for O'Brien. And he hands it off to Stubbs up the middle. Short gain, looks like 3 or 4 gain for Stubbs on the play. He's brought down by a host of defenders on the D-line for the Vikings.
That's a good hold there by the Diablo Valley D-line there, just stuff in the middle, not letting them get too many, especially with this yard and downage. Just need to hold that run off.
He's 2nd and 17 for the Gladiators. Got 2 receivers for O'Brien on the near sideline, 1 on the far sideline. He draws back, looking this way, dumps it off to his tight end, takes it, keyed by a huge block by number 14, and he's brought down at about the 48-yard line. Good gain for the Gladiators on the play. It'll bring up a 3rd and what looks to be 7 or 8.
That was a big hit there by number 14.
Gain of nearly 10 on the play. Let's go 3rd and 7.
It'll be 3rd and 7 for O'Brien and the Gladiators. O'Brien has trips formation on his right. Single receiver on the near sideline. He draws back, looking to the trip side. Goes back the way, and it's caught. They will have enough for the 1st down. That is number 7, Malik Henderson on the catch.
O'Brien looking good to start off. A lot of clean passes, tight balls. After a rough start to the game, they've come back, and Diablo Valley needs to get some pressure inside.
It'll be 1st and 10 from the 41 for the Gladiators. They have now entered Vikings territory. O'Brien goes under center, single back formation, Stubbs in the backfield. And he gives it to Stubbs, cuts to the near sideline, makes the guy miss, cuts up, and he's brought down, stood up by number 52.
A great
Voodoo
play
on the
there.
play. It'll be 2nd and 8 for the Gladiators, making a couple substitutions.
Voodoo came up hard and stuck him.
O'Brien's got 2 receivers on either side of him, and Stubbs in the backfield with him in the shotgun formation. O'Brien takes the snap. Quick pass to number 14 on the play, and he stumbles down. Austin Camel. The turf monster got him on that one. It'll be 3rd and 9 from the 40-yard line.
Yeah, not a bad play call there. He had some open space, just had to a bit of a high pass, had to jump up and didn't come down too clean.
3rd and 9 now. Ball at the 40.
This is going to be a big play for the Vikes right here. They can get a stop and hopefully get the ball back.
O'Brien's got trips formation to his left. Takes the snap, looks that way. Going deep, looking for number 14, and he drops it. Austin Camel drops the pass right in his
Missed opportunity
chest.
there, Reese. That's a touchdown if he catches that ball.
That'll bring up a 4th down, and it looks like they're bringing on the punting team.
Still an impressive pass by O'Brien. I mean, he put it in the one spot he had to and just couldn't catch it.
We've got 6.5 minutes remaining in the first quarter.
Austin Campbell, the deep man, number 14.
Austin Camel is back to punt for the Gladiators. Number 6 is deep. Corey Cox for the Vikings, looking to receive. And he gets the punt off just barely. And it bounces into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Vikings will start off on their 20-yard line.
DVC possession. 2nd possession of the first quarter at 6:29.
Looks like the Vikings got lucky there, Blake.
A good defensive stand. A couple penalties helped them out there, but hopefully they can get back and score another touchdown here. The running game seemed to work last time. I wouldn't be surprised if they go back to the ground.
Vitali's in the pistol formation. Vitali takes a snap, looks to his left, looks back to his right, found a receiver, number 10. Caught it about the 25-yard line, brought down immediately. Looks to be a gain of about 4 or 5 on the play for the Vikings.
Vitali wanted to go to that slant route, but it was covered up and went through his progressions and found the man on the far side for a good 5-yard gain.
2nd and 5 for Vitali and the Vikings from the 25. 2 receivers on either side. Vitali's in pistol, hands off to the back, right up the middle, and he's brought down. Looks to be just short of the 30.
Watson getting his first carry there, I think.
Gain of 4 makes it 3rd and 1.
And this is going to be a big play for the Vikes.
3rd and short for the Vikings. Watson's split back behind Vitali. Got trips formation on the far sideline. Lone receiver on the near sideline.
Back in mid-season form. Whatever that means.
Vitali takes a snap, gives it off to Watson. Looks like a face mask on the play. And there's plenty of flags to
There's
prove
a
it.
lot of flags being thrown again, Reese.
That'll give the Vikings an automatic 1st down. Big 15 yards. Keep the drive going.
Yep, these flags are these refs like to throw the flags.
It indeed was a face mask. We'll be marching off the 15-yard penalty. Looks like they'll end up at about the 42 or 43-yard line.
And the Gladiators are just hurting themselves right now.
It'll be on the 1st and 10 on the 43-yard line for the Vikings.
1st and 10 for the Vikes.
Vitale in pistol formation. Looks to his receiver. Oh, ball's almost intercepted on the play by number 24, Dante Griffith-Johnson. Little miscommunication between Vitale and his receiver on that play.
Yeah, just bad timing there. And it almost ended up costing him big. I wouldn't be surprised to see the Vikes go back to the ground here.
McNeil's back behind Vitale on this play in the pistol. 2 receivers on either side. Vitale takes the snap, gives it off to McNeil, right up the gut. Short gain on the play, looks to be 2 yards.
And there's a loose helmet.
McNeil lost his helmet on the play. He'll have to come out. He's getting substituted in by Miles Harrison.
McNeil just been power running all night through that defensive line, picking up 3-4 yards at a time.
Vitale back in his favorite pistol formation here. Harrison behind him. It'll be 3rd and 8 for the Vikings here. The Gladiators blitz. Vitale looks to the near sideline, and it's caught by number 14, Devin McDaniels, and it'll be enough for the first down.
Great throw by Vitale. Great catch by Anderson.
McDaniels made a great catch on that play. It'll be 1st and 10 in Gladiator territory. It looks like the 46-yard line.
Another good drive by the Vikings here. Hopefully they can keep it rolling.
Number 20 goes in motion. Vitale gives it off to Harrison, right up the middle for no gain. Met by a host of defenders on the play. Big number 95, Kyle Pointer, in on the tackle for a loss.
Just a big defensive push there, nowhere to run. Maybe got back to the line of scrimmage.
Vitale's in shotgun, flanked by Watson and Harrison on the play. Play action pass, looks at number 16, and here comes the flag in on number 6. Kari Khalil looked like he got a little too much jersey on the play.
Another pass interference call. And on 2nd and long again. That'll give the Vikes a first down. Those slant routes, those post routes are giving this Gladiator defense a little bit of trouble.
It'll be 1st and 10 from the 39-yard lines for the Vikings. We got Vitale back in his pistol formation. Harrison behind him. Watson goes in motion. And they give it to Harrison. Sweeping play to the left. Makes a guy miss. Cuts back outside. Another guy miss. Oh, and he's brought down by an ankle tackle. Looks like a gain of 3 or 4 on the play. Good hard run there.
Harrison, he's a slippery running back. He breaks loose. He's quick to that outside edge.
It'll be 2nd and 7 for the Vikings. Vitale back in pistol. McNeil behind him. It's a toss to McNeil. Cuts it up the middle. Runs into a few of his blockers. Looks like he maybe gained 1 or 2 on the play.
There's a loose cleat on the field.
Big number 77 lost his shoe on the play. He's going to have to come out. He's getting replaced once again by number 79, Caleb Price, back into the game.
The Vikes going to have to air it out here.
It'll
I'm sure Vitale's looking for a one-on-one on some side.
It'll be 3rd and 6 for the Vikings here. Vitale back in pistol, 2 receivers either side.
Gladiators like showing this high safety look.
Vitale looking to his left, looking deep. And it's just a little too far for the intended receiver on the play. Looks like number 14, Devin McDaniels, was the intended receiver on the play to bring up 4th down. And the Vikings do look like they have a big man down on the play as well. We do have an official's timeout here. All right, welcome back. It is 4th and 6 for the Vikings. They have elected a punt. Prominence, Akubwa Onwamika on the punt. The deep man for the Gladiators is number 9, DeJuan Johnson. It's a fake punt. McNeil takes it for a huge gain. Great trickery on the play. Takes it inside the 20. It'll be 1st and 10 inside the 20 for the Vikings. Great play call there.
Yeah, and I mean, it's almost a little bit expected. You're on the 40-yard line. You're not giving up that much field position if it doesn't work.
Great point, Blake. Great point. We'll see what the Vikings can do with it here.
Vitale back out there.
It's 1st and 10 from the 17-yard line. Vikings are back in the red zone. 2 receivers split out to either side. Vitale's back in the pistol with Harrison behind him. Vitale takes the snap, but there's flags once again. Looks like we might have had a delay of game on the play, and that's exactly what we had. Bring them back 5. 1st and 15 for the Vikings.
Yeah, it was just a little bit of a brain fart there. He had a run out from the sidelines after a trick play. Not really into the game as he usually would be in the huddle.
Vitale back in the pistol. 2 receivers either side. Same formation as last time. Vitale takes the snap, looks to his right, looks back to his left, looking for an open receiver. Pressure on the play by number 43, and Vitale's brought down. Huge loss on the play.
Yeah, he needed to get rid of that ball earlier. He saw the pressure coming. He should have got rid of the ball.
Play was made by number 43, Osborne Satuni.
Held on just a little too long. The Vikings are going to need a big play here if they want a chance to score on this drive.
It is 2nd and very long for the Vikings. Chips formation to Vitale's right side. Lone receiver to his left. Harrison behind him. Vitale. Snap goes over his head. Just falls on it. Another huge loss for the Vikings on the play. All the way back to the 45.
And this has seemed to be a problem all night, Reese. The snapping, the penalties, they just need to figure it out.
And that'll be the end of the first quarter. We'll switch sides.
End of the first quarter. Finds DVC on its own 45-yard line. They lead Chabot College 6-0.
You can switch over.
It'll be 3rd and 48 for the Vikings here. Be interesting to see what they draw up here coming out of the.
Yeah, I'd say maybe a little screen play, just to get a couple yards back. I wouldn't go for the deep ball here, start of the second quarter.
Trips formation here on the near sideline. Vitale takes the snap, looks to his left, scrambles that way. Pressure on the play by number 99 and a flag. Vitale still looking downfield, scrambles, makes a couple men miss, and gets out at about the 40-yard line.
Not a bad run there by Vitale, but there was a flag back at the line of scrimmage. DVC's O-line struggling with that 5-man rush.
We'll await to see the flag here. It's holding on the offense, 53. Rondell Lee Thomas.
And that's going to make this 3rd and 58.
You're right, 3rd and 58 for the Vikings.
That's
here.
one of the bigger down and distances I've heard. They need to get all the way down to the 9-yard line for a first down.
Ball set on the 35-yard line of DVC.
It'll be 3rd and 58 for the Vikings on the 35.
After seeing that 5-man rush, they're coming in hard. I'd see a screen coming here. Just get a few yards back, let your punter do the work, get out of this offensive possession, get back on defense.
Vitale back in pistol formation. 2 receivers either side. Harrison in the backfield. Looks like a little bit of confusion from Harrison. 4 seconds remaining on the play clock. Got to get it off. And another flag on the play.
And that looks to be another flag on the Vikings, Reese.
They're shooting themselves in the foot here, Blake.
This is not a good possession for the Vikings. They need to get out of this, punt the ball, get back on defense, and figure it out on the sidelines. They need to get all the way down to the opposing 9-yard line for a first down.
3rd and 63. You don't see that every day, Blake. Back in the pistol formation, Vitale's favorite. Takes the snap. Trouble in the snap. Harrison gets it. Makes a couple of men miss. Goes up the middle. Gets a couple yards back. Looks like a gain of 8 or 9 on the play.
And that would have been a great run on a normal 3rd down.
Number 26, Antonio Stevenson, is down on the play for the Gladiators.
Helping to make the tackle is 99, Hoop Linfort.
And hopefully the Vikings can punt this ball away, get their offense back on the sidelines, and figure it out. Just too many miscommunications, too many penalty flags thrown there to sustain any kind of offense.
be 4th and 52 for the Vikings here. They brought on Prominence, Akubwa, Onwamika back to punt.
Going deep for Chabot is number 9, DeJuan Johnson.
Number 9, DeJuan Johnson's back to receive the punt. We've got 13:43 left in the
We need
half.
a big kick here.
Prominence takes the snap, gets it off. Johnson elects to let it bounce. Looks like it might have hit a DVC gunman. And it rolls down inside the 10-yard line. Looks like about the 7-yard line for the Vikings. Looks like the first touch was at about the 18-yard line.
Still a great punt for the field position that they had. He flips the field. Hopefully DVC will be able to hold him here.
DVC player evidently touched the football before it rolled inside the 10. Snap will come from about the 18-yard line.
O'Brien's back on the field for the Gladiators.
Gladiators still looking to score here for their first time.
O'Brien back in shotgun formation. Stubbs to his right. Trips on the near sideline. Trouble with the snap. Still gives it off to Stubbs, who goes up the middle. He tripped down. Looks about a 4 or 5 yard gain on the play.
Stubbs just tripped up right there. A little hurry up here.
O'Brien back in shotgun. Stubbs to his right. Gives it back off to Stubbs, right back up the middle once again. Gets close to the first down yard line. Looks
And
like
a little
he's
bit scuffle there between number 5 Josh Ramirez for the Vikings getting into the game here.
Third down. Let's go 3rd and 3.
3rd and 2 for the Vikings.
Make that 3rd and 2 now for the Gladiators.
Viking defense looking to come up big here, get a big
Vikings
stop.
stacking the box early here. O'Brien's under center, single back formation. Gives it off to Stubbs, and he's stopped in the backfield.
A big
Loss
push
of
there by
one
the
on
defensive
play.
line.
It'll bring up a 4th down.
That's another good play by that Diablo Valley defense.
52.
Number 52, Voodoo, in on the tackle.
Makes the tackle. Incoming is number 14, Austin Campbell.
It's been so long since we were under center.
Who's our guy back here?
Be 4th and 2 for the Gladiators.
6 is deep.
Corey Cox is deep for the Green
Austin
Lions.
Campbell back for the punt.
That's right, coach. Don't snap over his head.
Campbell gets it off. Low kick.
Get away.
Lets it bounce. Number 6, Corey Cox lets it bounce. And it'll be 1st and 10 Vikings.
And there's
from
another
the
flag down
42.
somewhere.
Referee, stand there. You're going to blow the whistle.
Is there even a return on it?
No, he's down.
No return on the play. Vikes have it. 1st and 10.
Pretty good field position here to start for the Vikes.
Be interesting to see what the flag is on the play.
It looked like there was a little bit of contact after the whistle was blown.
Yeah, it's over by 16 there. 16
And I think this is going to be against
Looks like
the
the referee's having trouble with his mic here.
and it's against the Vikings.
It's a personal foul on the Vikings.
And
Another hard penalty to swallow.
Again, yes, Reese, another big penalty. They just it's hard to get their offense going when there's all these flags.
now from their own 27-yard line.
So Vitale and the Vikings offense will start from the 27-yard line. That'll be 1st and 10 from there. pistol formation for Vitali. Looks like McDaniel's behind him. Oh, trouble on the snap once again. Vitali falls on it.
And they need to get on the sidelines and figure that out, because that's been happening all night.
Second and 20 for Vitali and the Vikings offense. Harrison behind him in the pistol formation. Trips to the far sideline for Vitali. Vitali takes a snap. Looks to the lone receiver on the left. Going deep for number 16. He's open. He has him just overthrown. Number 16, Brandon Perillia, had his corner beat on the play. The pass was just barely overthrown. It'll bring up a 3rd and 20 for the Vikings.
And the Vikings haven't really had a chance to get that run game back that worked in the first quarter on their first drive, because they've had these long down and distances all night after they need to go back to the air.
Vitali back in the pistol. Scrambles to his right. Gets it off. Pass is caught for what looks to be an 8 or 9 yard gain, but that won't be enough for a first down. It'll bring up about 4th and 13 on the play.
Another good catch by McDaniels, but another big play for that Gladiator defense. Corner was all over him. They need to get Vitali and the center back over here on the sideline and figure out what's going on with the snaps.
Prominence, Akubwa Anwamika back to punt. Number 9, DeJuan Johnson is deep, looking to receive the punt.
Looks like the Gladiators are going to bring the house.
Prominence gets it off. Johnson has elected a fair catch. Beautiful punt by Anwamika, all the way down to the 26 yard line.
Another great punt by
51 yard punt from Prominence on the play. O'Brien and the Gladiators offense back on the field.
Prominence had a big night. He's one of the biggest contributors so far, flipping the field after the offense has a bad go at it.
Two receivers either side of O'Brien. Timeout Vikings on the play. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 25 for the Gladiators. See if they can get something going on this drive here.
The Vikings defense has been stout so far.
O'Brien takes a snap, looks to his right, looking deep for number 11, who goes up and makes a big play. Looks to be a 20-yard gain on the play for number 11, Malik Langham. Beautiful touch by O'Brien on the pass.
Yeah, another good pass by O'Brien. The corner just never turned around and found the ball. It just came right over his head, right over the top.
It'll be a 1st and 10 from their own 45.
The Vikings are going to need to get pressure on O'Brien. He's got a good touch.
O'Brien draws back, looking deep once again, dumps it off short, and it's dropped by number 7.
There's a holding flag on the
Malik
field there,
Henderson.
Reese. The right guard held.
Looks like number 72, Andre Johnson, is guilty of the hold on the play. It'll bring him back. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 36.
Holding penalty makes it 1st and 20.
And that was due to that 5-man rush that Diablo Valley's been really working for them. I'd like to see that again.
O'Brien's got trips formation to his left. Lone receiver is the running back split out, number
And
25.
this is a dangerous formation for O'Brien. He likes to sling it.
O'Brien looking to his left. Doesn't have much time. Scrambles that way. Finds an open receiver. Number 7 once again. Malik Henderson. Looked to be about a 5-yard gain on the catch.
And that's still great defense there. Gives a little bit of cushion there on that outside, knowing he's got 15 yards to cover. Another good play by that Diablo Valley defense.
It'll be 2nd and 16 for the Gladiators. Trips formation to the near sideline.
Looks like the Vikings are going to bring some pressure here.
O'Brien takes the snap. Couldn't find a man. Scrambles. Big gain on the play.
Oh, and a big hit there by number 52, Bodu.
Good gain on the play for O'Brien. It'll be 3rd and manageable. It looks to be about a 3rd and 7.
O'Brien, he's having a pretty good night here. I've been impressed by his play. He can really sling the ball, and then when pressure comes in, he's a good runner too.
O'Brien back in shotgun. Tight end goes in motion. O'Brien takes the snap. Scrambles out to his right, looking for deep. Got a man open, and it's dropped.
Oh.
Pass was a little short for number 11, Malik Langham.
And
But he was wide open.
That's the 2nd time tonight, Reese, that they've just barely missed on a couple passes that would have been big pickups for them on 3rd downs.
Looks like we have a roughing the passer penalty. Huge penalty on the Vikings. It'll give them a 1st down for the Gladiators and push them into Vikings territory.
And I didn't see anything there.
It'll be 1st and 10 from the 36-yard line.
That's a tough call there for the Vikings.
Keeps the Gladiators offense on the field.
And that just demolishes the defense's confidence. You know, you go out, you get 3 stops, and then you give
O'Brien
them.
gives it off to number 30, right up the middle. Taken down by number 51, Troy DeCur. It'll be 2nd and 8 for the Gladiators offense. Wouldn't surprise me if they look for another deep ball here. They've been finding an open man sneaking behind the secondary.
Yeah, they've been going after Milan, that outside corner. I'd expect O'Brien to sling something out there. But they do have the high safety back for the Vikings D.
O'Brien's got trips formation to his right. Just sent out number 9 to his left, and he's looking that way. Another deep ball intended for number 9, and he's got it. Comes down inside the 5-yard line. Beautiful pass by O'Brien, caught by number 9, DeJuan Johnson.
And O'Brien's been on target all night. They're going to hurry up to the line here. And I wouldn't be surprised if they would pound it in right here after they get a little Diablo Valley off edge.
O'Brien's quick to the line here. O'Brien takes the snap, gives it off to number 30 up the middle. Looking for a push, doesn't get it. Looks like it got back to the line of scrimmage on the play, which is the 3-yard line. It'll be 2nd and goal from the 3.
The Diablo Valley run defense has been good all night. It's been a little suspect in the defensive back area, but I would say one more chance. They're going to try and pound it in right here with number 30.
Second and goal from that 3. This is a big play with 6.5 minutes remaining in the half. Could be a momentum swinger here. They've elected to go under center. O'Brien's under center. Number 30 behind him. Play action pass. Scrambles out to his right. He does have an open man in the back, but there's too much pressure on the play, and he's brought down.
Another big
play. Loss on the play. Number 52, Voodoo, once again with a big play.
Voodoo's been in there all night.
It'll bring up 3rd and goal from the 4-yard line for the Gladiators.
That play was busted from the beginning. Great play by Voodoo to get out there. And this is going to be a big play right here for the Vikings defense. Hopefully hold them to a field goal.
Trips formation to O'Brien's left. We've got a timeout, Gladiators on the play. Big sequence of downs here. 3rd and goal, just inside the 5-yard line for the Gladiators.
Diablo Valley looking for that stop.
Shotgun. Demaria McKenzie next to him. O'Brien finds his open receiver, number 11, wide open for the touchdown. Malik Langham snuck past the Vikings defenders and was wide open in the flats.
They brought him over in motion. It looked like a run all the way, and at the last second, he just dropped it off to him. Good play call there by the Gladiators coaching staff.
We're now tied up at 6 with 5.5 remaining in the half. Number 65, Jason Castro, on for the PAT. Holder on the play is number 80, Jay Daly. Kick is off, and the kick is good. 7-6 Gladiators, 5.5 remaining.
And that's where the coaching staff has to think back about that bad snap, and they're now down 1 when it should be tied up. But hopefully this Diablo Valley offense can come out with a little bit more energy, a little bit more determination to get down the field and get back to what they did the first drive.
Yeah, they got 5.5 remaining in the half. Plenty of time to sustain a nice drive. They need to lay off the penalties. That's been shooting them in the foot all night.
Yeah, for sure. They need to get back to that running game that worked so good in the first quarter, first drive. They've tried to go to the air a couple times. It just hasn't been successful. The passing, the pass blocking,
the snaps as well.
Yeah, the long snaps and the pass blocking have been a thing that needs some work.
Should be 16 and 20.
But I'd like to see them get back to that ground game.
Number 16, Brandon Perilliat. Number 28, Deontay Malin back to receive the kick. Number 65, Jason Castro is on to kick for the Gladiators.
6'5", Jason Castro to kick off.
Castro's kick is off. Munoa.
Not a huge return there, but he gives him decent field position on a short kick.
Vitale and the Vikings offense will start at the 31. It'll be 1st and 10 from there, or excuse me, 26.
And this is going to be a big possession here. They need to get that momentum back, get back down the field, and get another touchdown on the board.
Vitale back in the pistol. Takes the snap, looks to his left. Quick pass, number 16, Perilliat. Ball's on the ground.
A little bit of a late
Pass
hit
was
there.
Dropped.
16
They'll bring up a 2nd and 10 for the Vikings offense.
They're just not on the same page right now. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw him give a little handoff here.
Back in the pistol for Vitale. Takes the snap, hands it off to Harrison up the middle. Carries a few defenders on the play. Looks like a gain of 4 or 5 on the play. We do have a helmet off. Number 74 will have to come out. That's Corey Luciano. Coming back in is number 73, Justin Hunter for the Vikings.
And that's another good run by Harrison. He's powering through. He's having himself a night. And in comes Watson here.
Got split backs next to Vitale and shotgun.
He's got his one-on-one on the near side.
Vitale gives it off to Watson for no gain on the play. Stopped the tackle for the loss by number 95, Kyle Pointer, once again
And
in the Vikings backfield.
that's another bad snap there. It was low. It was a late handoff. It wasn't timed right. Again, they need to figure something out on the sidelines to fix the snaps.
They'll bring up a 4th and 8 for the Vikings, and they're bringing on the punt team. I don't know if we'll be seeing any trickery here, Blake.
Yeah, I'd expect them to flip the field here. Prominence got a big leg.
Akubwa Onwamika back to punt. Number 9, DeJuan Johnson back to receive for the Gladiators. Prominence gets the
And
kickoff.
there's a flag.
They're calling the play dead. Penalty flag on the play.
I think that's going to be a false start. Oh, look, maybe offsides.
Vikings players are clapping.
Looks to be
Might
an
be a sign it's on
offsides.
the Gladiators.
And does this change the play call here?
Offside. Good point here, Blake.
That's going to make it about 4th and 2, 4th and 3.
Looks like they're keeping the punting team on here, on the field here.
34.
Ball moves to the 34-yard line. Still 4th down.
Still 4th down on the play. Looks about to be a 4th and 3. Prominence's kick is away. Not as good as his previous ones. Johnson is letting the ball bounce.
Friendly roll there for the Vikes.
Ball looks to go out about the 27-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for Chabot from there, but once again, another penalty flag.
A lot of penalties here early in this game on both teams.
It's an early season game. Safe to assume they're going to have the early season jitters still, but they do need to clean it up. You're right about that.
Yeah, and I wanted to see what the call is going to be on this one. Seems like they're unsure.
It's a personal foul on the Vikings. They'll out on 15 to the end of the kick. Another costly penalty for the Vikings.
I think the penalty was a blow to the head, which I guess is like targeting. Hit him a bit too high.
Looks like Brandon
might have been a block.
Fatalale was hit with the penalty on the play.
Chabot gets to start on their own 42-yard line after the penalty.
Chabot will have excellent starting field position from their own 42.
And again, there's the Vikings giving away yards and giving away field position to the Gladiators.
O'Brien back in shotgun formation. We've got 3 minutes and 47 seconds left in the half.
It looks like he's got his one-on-one on the far side.
O'Brien looking deep for his intended receiver. Number 28 goes up. Couldn't make the play. Late flag comes in.
Yeah, that's a really late flag there. I don't know about that call, Reese. If anything, I think it might be offensive.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what they call here. They're pointing on the Gladiators here.
It looked like he was tugging a little bit on the corner's jersey. If I had to guess, I'd say it. Yeah, it looks to be on the Gladiators.
The Gladiators are backing up here. Offensive pass interference on the play. Tough call either way.
It looked like there was a little bit of tugging, a little bit of pushing on both sides. I'd say let him play.
But the Vikings will take it. Pushing back to be about a 1st and 25 on the play.
Yeah, back to about where the original punt was kicked.
O'Brien's got trips formation here on the near sideline. He looks the opposite direction. Can't find an open receiver. Just throws it up. Almost picked off.
Yeah,
Dangerous pass by
I
O'Brien.
think that's
going to
be
late flag coming in.
I think that might be intentional groundings, but I don't think it would be from that referee in the back. I don't know what this one's going to be, Reese.
Looks like the back judge is signaling a holding.
I mean, flag after flag here. Something goes the right way for the Vikings. They turn around and give the field possession right back to the Gladiators.
It is indeed a holding on the Vikings defense. 10-yard penalty, but it is not an automatic first down.
I think it's going to remain first down. I guess that was a holding somewhere in the secondary, judging on where the flag came from.
Correction, it is an automatic first down. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 37.
O'Brien's got his one-on-one matchup again on the far side.
3.5 remaining in the half. O'Brien back in shotgun formation. Takes the snap, gives it off up the middle to number 25. No running room for him. Brought down by a host of defenders. No gain on the play.
Yeah, the run defense for the Vikes has been stout all night. They haven't had any room to run. I wouldn't be surprised if they did a little play action here. Try to draw them to the run and go deep. Go back to what's been working for them.
Trips formation to O'Brien's left, lone receiver on his right. Sharing the backfield with number 25, D'Angelo Stubbs. O'Brien takes a snap, drops back, 3-step drop. Finds his open man, number 25, Stubbs. Makes a man miss, and he's brought down at the 42-yard line, Vikings territory. Big play.
That's a good open field tackle there by Peralta.
Hurry up offense now for the Gladiators.
Trying to save some of this time as the clock ticks down. 2:36 left to play in the second quarter.
Gladiators aren't showing too much sense of urgency here, making sure they get the right play call in.
I think they're going to go back to the air here.
O'Brien takes the snap, looks to his right, finds Stubbs once again, makes number 28 miss, cuts down, and he fumbled it. Ball is out. Ball is out. And it looks like the Vikings have jumped on it. It'll be a touchback for the Vikings.
That's
First
a big
and 10
play,
from the 20.
Reese. That's a big
play for the Vikings defense.
Stubbs just trying to do too much there after he got in the open field, and a little bit lackadaisical.
Looks like the Gladiators were coming up with a good drive, moving the ball downfield quickly and swiftly, but a big play by the Vikings defense turns it all around.
Yeah, that's a
2:04
huge
remaining
play.
in the half for the Vikings.
That's a huge play to shift the momentum back to the Diablo Vikings side, and hopefully they can put a good drive together here and get into the end zone.
Vitale back in the pistol, trips formation to his right, lone receiver to his left, Harrison in the backfield with him. Vitale looking to his right, finds the receiver, good coverage, but he still comes down with the catch. Number 8, Cameron Norfleet with the catch. Looked to be a gain of about 5 or 6 on the play.
That's another one of those quick slant routes, and it's been working all night for Vitale.
Vikings are showing a sense of urgency here with only 1:40 remaining in the half. 2 receivers on either side of Vitale.
They only have 1 timeout left, so they need to get down the field quick.
Vitale takes the snap, looking to his right. Pass is broken up by number 6, Kari Khalil on the play.
Yeah, great
Bringing up a
defense
3rd
there.
and 5.
He read that stop route all the way, came up and deflected the pass. 3rd down and 4 here. I would say the Vikings should go back to the ground here. It looks to be Harrison behind in the backfield.
Vitale back in the pistol. Takes the snap. Looking to his left. Looking deep for number 10. Some bumping going on in the play. No flags. It'll bring up a 4th down for the Vikings.
Yeah.
Good coverage.
That's the 3rd time tonight they've tried to go deep on this near side, and Vitale just overthrown barely.
And that'll bring on the punt team for the Vikings. Got 1:23 remaining in the half.
Going downfield again for Chabot is number 9, DeWan Johnson. Prominence, Akubwa,
The Vikes looking for prominence to flip this field again.
Mika back to punt. Number 9, DeWan Johnson, back to receive the punt. He elects to let it bounce. Friendly bounce for the Vikings inside the 20. All the way down to the 15 for the Vikings. Great punt for Prominence.
That's another great punt by Prominence. He's had himself a night.
We got 1:08 remaining in the half. Be interesting to see if the Gladiators elect to let it go to the half or try and make something happen quickly here.
Yeah, with O'Brien back there, I'd say they try to air a few out.
remaining in the first half for Chabot.
Maybe go deep on this near side. Looks to be one-on-one.
O'Brien back in shotgun, flanked by Demarie McKenzie in the backfield. Looking to his left, finds a dump off receiver over the middle. Looked to be a gain of 5 on the play for number 14, Austin Campbell. Hurry up offense here. Quick to the line. O'Brien getting his men organized.
They're going to need to move fast here if they want a chance to get down and get any points out of this drive.
O'Brien takes the snap, looking to his left. Incomplete pass on the far sideline for O'Brien. It'll bring up a 3rd and what looks to be 5 on the play.
And if the Gladiators can get a big play here, they do still have 2 timeouts remaining in this half. So we'll be seeing if they elect to use those.
O'Brien getting his men set here as the play clock's under 5 now. O'Brien takes the snap, gives it up to the running back, takes it up the gut, drags a few defenders up to the 30-yard line. The clock will stop while the chains move. And it looks like the Gladiators have elected to use a timeout here.
That was a big run there by... And, I mean, it was just... He just powered through for the extra yards.
We got 34 seconds remaining in the half here. O'Brien back to pass, looking deep, dumps it off to number 7. Stiff arms his defender, cuts it back across the middle, making men miss left and right, brought down in Vikings territory.
And I don't know why oh, there we go. I don't know why the Gladiators aren't electing to use a timeout here.
At 20.9 remaining for the Gladiators in the half.
They got 2 left.
O'Brien quickly to the line, takes the snap, looks to his right, quick pass for number 28 who gets out of bounds. Smart play by number 28, Ryan Silvas, to get out of bounds and stop the clock. Gain of about 6.
I think I might have called a timeout there. Reset. Gone for a little bit more yards down the field. Trying to get in field goal range here.
I'm not sure of their kicker, number 65, Jason Castro's range here. But they might be looking for a quick strike here.
Yeah, I'd say they have to get up to about the 25, maybe the 30 to be in range for the kick.
Brian takes the snap. Looks like he had a little trouble with it. Scrambles off to his left. And he's
a big sack.
By a big sack for number 21. Isaiah Sahagan on the play. Big play for the Vikings defense. And the Gladiators elect to let the clock run out for the half. We go into the half 7-6, Gladiators leading the Vikings.
And the score doesn't show it, but I think that's a good half for the Vikes there. Sidelines.
To start our second half.
All right, welcome back to the second half, folks. The Vikings will be kicking off to the Gladiators to start the half, leading 7-6. Got a close game, penalty-ridden, but a close game. What have you been seeing, Blake?
You know, I've seen O'Brien. He's been playing good, the Gladiator quarterback, airing it out pretty well. Diablo Valley's offense is struggling with penalties, snapping the balls a little bit off. But other than that, I think they should get back to the run game. Their defense has been playing pretty well. And if they can get a couple quick scores here, I think they'll have it in the bag.
Prominence Akubwa Anwamika back to kick. Looking to receive is number 9, DeJuan Johnson. And Johnson gets the kick, elects to take a knee. It'll be a touchback for the Gladiators. They'll take it 1st and 10 at the 20.
And that's a big kick right there.
He's got a big leg, that's for sure. He can punt too.
Yes, he can.
O'Brien will lead the Gladiators on the field, looking to put some more points on the board, extend the lead a little bit. The Vikings defense will be looking to get off the field quick, get their offense back on the field, and try and get the ball moving.
Yeah, I'd say the Gladiators are looking to air it out here. O'Brien back there by himself.
O'Brien got trips to the far side of the field, got 2 receivers to the near side. Looking to the far side, quick release, gets it off to his tight end, number 28, Ryan Silvis. Big hit on the play by number 24, Isaiah Creole Musgrave.
Isaiah Creole Musgrave, he makes the stop.
We've been seeing a lot of big hits by the secondary.
It'll be 2nd and 5 from the 31 for the Gladiators. Quick snap. O'Brien gives it up to the middle. Finds some room to run. Got enough for the first down. Got all the way to the 45. Big run. O'Brien's getting his team quickly to the line, trying to use the hurry up.
That's a good open field tackle by Dolo right there to stop that run before it got anything bigger.
O'Brien takes a snap, pulls it, elects to run it himself to the outside.
And there's a
late
flag
coming in.
From the spot of the flag
6-yard
thrown,
gain
I'd say that might be a hold.
Isaiah Creole Musgrave, penalty flag on the play. Kosoma Mahoney.
They'll be holding on the offense. Number 28, Ryan Silvis, was guilty of the hold on the play.
And on that last run, that's the first time I think that the Diablo Valley defense has given up a big run like that. Just bursting through that hole.
Penalty retreats the ball back to the 35.
Gladiators O-line coming out looking pretty good so far in this early in the second half.
It'll be 1st and 20 for O'Brien and the Gladiators offense from their own 35-yard line. They'll need to get to the Vikings 45 for a first down. O'Brien takes the snap once again. Gives it off to the running back, who goes up the middle for a gain of about 5.
18, David Chua, along with 52, Kwaku Budu helping to make the stop.
It'll be 2nd and 15 for the Gladiators.
Right at the 40.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised here if the Gladiators try to go to that far side receiver on that one-on-one action.
O'Brien scrambles out to the near sideline, finds an open receiver, number 7 with the catch, Malik Henderson, with about a 10-yard reception.
And that's another big hit by this Diablo Valley secondary. Milan coming in on the play.
It'll be 3rd and about 5 for the Gladiators offense here. Ball sitting just past the 50-yard line.
DVC a big play here on defense. Looking to get their defense off the field here and get
O'Brien in shotgun. DVC brings 5. Looking to his left. A bunch of contact on the play from the defender. And the
And
receiver.
I don't know which way this is going to go. There was a lot of contact both ways. And from the reaction of the Gladiator sideline, it looks like it might be on the Vikes.
We'll await the call.
And it looks like it's going to be on the Vikings.
It is indeed pass interference on the Vikings. Be an automatic first down. It'll bring the ball to the Vikings 35-yard line. O'Brien and the Gladiators are getting down the field.
That's another big penalty against this DVC defense.
O'Brien now under center, single back. David Teu behind O'Brien. Play action pass. DVC read it all the way, but O'Brien finds an open receiver, number 28, taking it down the near sideline. Stumbles at about the 12-yard line. It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 12 for the Gladiators.
And O'Brien took a big hit there, but that play action has really been working well for him. They just slide that tight end out to the right. And a good run after the catch there for number 28.
Yeah, number 28, Ryan Silvis, has made a couple plays on this drive. Wouldn't surprise me if they look to him in the end zone here, too.
The Diablo Valley defense looking here to make a red zone stop, hopefully hold them to a field goal.
The Gladiators are going to have to take a timeout here. The play clock was under 5 seconds. They weren't near ready to take in a snap. That'll be their first charge of the half.
First time out of the second half taken by Chabot.
And that's a big timeout there early in the half.
By 1, 7-6.
While we have the time, folks, we'd like to welcome you guys and invite you to join and subscribe our Watch DVC Sports channel on YouTube. Watch all the different sports, and we'd really appreciate it if you guys subscribe. Thank you. And it'll bring it on a 1st and 10 from the 12-yard line for the Gladiators.
I wouldn't be surprised here if O'Brien goes back to the air.
O'Brien backs to the air, like you said. Pressure on the play by Boodoo. Finds a receiver. And it's incomplete, intended for number 28, Ryan Silvas.
And that
Vikings
play,
are lucky not to get a pass interference play there.
Yeah, that was a close call there. I think the ball was thrown a bit short for any flags to be thrown. But that play was busted from the start.
Troy DeCurie with pressure and the last play number 50 of the Vikes.
DVC bringing a very good pass rush here. Number 56 in there to force a little penetration, get a little rush pass.
O'Brien drops back, looking to the end zone, looking for Silvas, and he's got it. Touchdown, Gladiators.
O'Brien
in between two Viking defenders.
O'Brien and Silvas have been connecting all night. They look really in sync there. He's been his #1 target from the start.
That brings us to 13-6 Gladiators with the PAT coming. That one hurts for the Vikings early on here in the second half. Their offense will need to get some momentum if they hope to stage a comeback here.
And again, this is where it hurts that they only have 6 points. They're going to be down 8 here. They're going to have to go for 2 at some point in this game to get back in it.
Jason Castro's PAT kick is good. It'll be 14-6. Gladiators leading.
14-6.
And this is going to be a big possession for the Vikings. They're going to need to get down the field and put a ball in the end zone. Get back on the board, get their offense rolling again.
Yeah, they need a time-sustaining drive here, mix in the run with the pass, get a couple first downs, get the momentum back, give their defense some time to sit here and rest and not put them right back on the field is exactly what this Vikings team needs right now.
Yeah, as long as they can stay away from the penalty flags and get some good snaps off, I think they'll be okay here. The run game, again, has been working. They just need to get back to what they know. Ever since the first drive, they haven't been able to sustain anything because of the flags and because of the penalties that have been called on the field. The Vikes looking for a good return here. Start with some good field position, I'm sure.
Back to receive for the Vikings are number 2, Antoine Prowess, and number 16, Brandon Perilliat, looking to receive Castro's kickoff.
Brandon Perilliat deep. Also number 28, Deontay Milan.
Castro's kick is away. Perilliat has received it. Following his up man up the middle. Bounces it out to the outside. Had a small hole. Late flag coming in. In the area of holding.
And it looked like we got a player down. He's holding his knee. I can't see the number. I think it might be 51.
Looks like number 51 on the play here. We do not have a 51 in our roster, though.
Might be 51.
51 is 58.
Oh, excuse me. It is Brandon Fatala down on the play.
55? 55 made the tackle? No, it's 51 is 55, right?
Charles Lee is 51.
Charles Lee is doing 51 right there.
And it's actually Charles Lee that's down on the field. And
insult to injury, another penalty flag holding on the Vikings.
And the penalties, again, killing DVC here.
Charles Lee, right?
Yeah.
Number 51, Charles Lee, is going to be escorted off on a cart here. Sore sight to see here. Looks like a lower extremity injury.
Yeah, he's holding that right knee, it looks like. That's not a good sign for DVC.
He's been making some big plays for this DVC defense. Hurts to see him here. Good to see him giving a thumbs up on his way out. While we have you folks, please subscribe to our Watch DVC Sports channel on YouTube. We'd really appreciate it.
We're going to have live action at all the home games for football. We'll also be doing the cross.
1st and 10 for the DVC offense at their own 25. Italian pistol.
This is a big drive here.
Turns around, hands it off to Harrison, up the middle. Looked to be about a gain of 3 or 4 on the play. Brought down by number 29, Ethan Owens on the play.
There's that run game coming back for DVC. Hopefully they can bust one out here.
Back in the pistol for Vitali. 2nd and 6. Takes the snap. Looks to the near sideline. Quick hitter to number 8, Cameron Norfleet. Enough for the 1st down.
And they're going back to what works, the short passes, quick outs, and the running game. If they can keep this going, they're looking good so far.
It'll be 1st and 10 for the Vikings offense at the 36-yard line. 2 receivers on either side for Vitali, back in the pistol. Now McNeil in the backfield with him. Takes the snap, gives it to McNeil, makes a man miss in the backfield, drags the defender with him.
And
late flag on the play. Looked to be about an 8-yard gain on the play. And it's offensive holding coming back for the Vikings, once again shooting themselves in the foot.
Yeah, not a good sign there. Just when we thought this DVC Vikings offense was going to get rolling again, penalty flag comes back to bite them. First.
Okay, it'll be 1st and 20 for the Vikings.
1st and 20.
Trips for Vitali to the far sideline. And he's looking that way. Back to this near sideline. Number 10 is open. Oh, and the ball slips right through number 10, Demetrius Spears' hands. He's going to want that one back.
And that's a good pass there by Vitali. Just missed it there. A sure touchdown on a catch. And that's a big missed opportunity for the Vikes.
They got to forget about that one. On to the next play. 2nd and 20 for the Vikings.
I wouldn't be surprised if they go back to the air here.
2 receivers on either side of the field for Vitali. Harrison is back in the backfield. Vitali looking to the far sideline, dumps it off to Harrison, who has trouble with the catch. Thought about running it before he had it, and he drops the pass. 3rd and 20 for the Vikings.
Yeah, just looked upfield a bit too soon. Didn't have time to grab onto the ball. We have a Gladiator coming off the field with a loose shoe. They're going to have to go back to the air here if they want to pick up that 1st down.
Trips formation to Vitali's right. Looking that way. Has an open receiver, and it's caught by number 6, Corey Cox.
That's a big play for the Vikings.
Number 8, Cameron Norfleet with a big catch for the 1st down for the Vikings.
And the Vikings need to keep this momentum going right here. They need to get up to the line, hopefully get a playoff.
1st and 10 in Gladiator territory. It looks like the ball will be spotted on the 44-yard line.
That's a big momentum play there, Reese.
Trips formation to the near sideline for Vitale.
Dude, get on side. This alignment's gonna be nice.
Vitale looking to the far sideline. Found his
Another
man, number
completion.
10. Sheds a tackle. Enough for another Vikings first down inside the 30.
This passing
Number
game
10,
coming together
Demetrius
here.
Spears.
They've been airing it out the last few plays, and this offense is rolling again, Reese.
Drop passes was the early story of this drive, but now some big plays by big receivers here. Got a nice drive going for the Vikings. Back in his favorite pistol formation for Vitale. Trouble with the snap. Jumps on the ball. It looks like the Gladiators might have jumped on it. We'll await to see. And indeed they have. Gladiators football. Another mishap on the snap for the Vikings.
And that's been the story of the Vikings' offensive troubles, bad snaps and penalties. It's just not going their way right now. Again, they need to get on the sideline, figure it out. There must be a miscue, but I don't know what's going on right now with this Viking offense.
That's a huge momentum killer for the Vikings just when they thought they had something going on, marching down the field, some big passes, and it's cut short by another botched snap.
Yeah, you're exactly right there.
That's just sad. I mean, he's been doing that all the first game.
They need to get somebody new out there.
No, I didn't even look. I'll look at the next time. Man, he cannot seem to find a hand.
O'Brien back on the field with the Gladiators offense. Looking for a screen play. Vikings defense had it. Snuffed out the whole
And there
way.
is a whistle. It's going to be an incomplete pass.
There'll be an incomplete forward pass on the play intended for the running back coming out of the backfield.
Still a great play by that Vikings defense. They snuffed out the screenplay.
It'll be a 2nd and 10 for the Gladiator offense from their own 32-yard line.
Vikings looking to get a 4 and out here, get their offense back on the field so they can keep that momentum.
O'Brien is sharing the backfield with Dwayne Johnson. And they give it off to number 30, who's got enough for a first down. Looked to be a gain of about 15 on the play by number 30, Osaru Auna.
5 and 24 on the stop.
Joshua Maris, number 5, along with 24, Creel Musgrave.
Number 7.
Gladiators have a few big runs here. They're moving down the field, making easy work of this Diablo Valley defense.
Ona back, single back formation. O'Brien under center. Trouble with the snap also. Gives it to Ona, but he's stopped in the backfield by number 32.
And there's a
Late
flag
on the play.
That looks like it's going to be a little bit of a late hit, maybe a personal foul.
Number 32, Jake Peralta, with a big tackle for loss. And this is going to bring him back even farther with this late penalty on the Gladiators.
It looks like it might have been on Fanu. A little late shove there in the backfield.
That is indeed what it is. It'll be 15-yard penalty from the previous spot. It'll bring up 2nd and very long for the Gladiators offense with 8:46 remaining in the third quarter.
And the Vikings need to take advantage of this right here.
Dead ball foul. Ball goes back to the 29-yard line.
Ball will be placed at their Gladiators' own 29-yard line. It'll be a 2nd and 25 for this Gladiator offense.
Gladiators need to big play here to get a first down. It's 2nd and very long.
O'Brien gives it off to his running back, number 18. Makes a couple men miss. Finally brought down at about the 38-yard line. David Teyu on the carry.
Teyu.
Looks like he was brought down by number 50, Troy DeCurry, on the play.
Teyu looking good here in the second half. Starts. He's had a couple big runs. Gladiator O-line created a big hole there for him to run right through.
It's still going to be about a 3rd and 19 for the Gladiator offense.
This is a big play here for the Vikes. They need to get their defense off the field and get that offense that was rolling so smoothly before the turnover back out there.
O'Brien sends Johnson out to the near sideline. He is back by himself, looking Johnson's way, looking deep. The ball is batted out by number 76, Nick Breckler. And O'Brien's forced us to dive on it. It'll bring up 4th down.
Yeah, that's a big play there for them. They're going to get the ball back here. Hopefully, good field possession. It's going to be a deep kick, and we need to get this Viking offense back on the field, back to what they know. They were looking good before the turnover, and hopefully, we'll see the same outcome here, or the same production here out of them.
Number 14, Austin Camel, on to punt. Number 25, Demarie McKenzie, back to receive for the Vikings. Camel gets the punt off.
Clear. Call clear. Call clear. Call clear.
Ball bounces at about the 40-yard line, takes a Gladiator roll inside the 25-yard line.
Camel's punt takes a good roll. Down.
And back on the field now is Vitale and his offense that was rolling so smoothly last time. Just before that devastating fumble on the bad snap. Hopefully they can get rolling again like they were, and get into the end zone. We need a big score here.
Vitale and the Viking offense will start from their own 24-yard line.
And there is a new center in the game.
He looks to number 16, Perilliat. And the line judge is coming in saying the ball hit the ground, incomplete pass. Intended for Perilliat. Perilliat's making his case. Line judge does not want to hear that. It'll be 2nd and 10 for the Vikings offense.
Yeah, just a bit short on the throw there. He was open. He was there. Just missed the connection there.
2nd and 10.
2 receivers on either side for Vitale, sharing the backfield with Watson. And he gives it to Watson. Makes a man miss, and he's met by a host of tacklers at the 25, led by number 32, Devin Vanuku.
And that's not a bad run there for Watson. Get him a couple yards. Make it 3rd down and manageable here.
It'll be a 3rd and about 9 for this Vikings offense.
And this is going to be a big play here for the Vikes. They need a 1st down here. They need to get the momentum back on their side.
And grabbed, brought down at the 35-yard line. Big play for the Vikings offense.
And that's another big play to Watson. It looked like a horse collar, but there was no call. No flag on the field. And the Vikes are rushing to the line.
There is a flag on the play. It looks like it's going to be against the Gladiators. It's an offside penalty. The Vikings will gladly decline that.
Offside penalty. Decline.
Horse collar!
And a couple of the fans wanting that horse collar call.
From the 33, the Vikes.
Vitale back in pistol with sharing the backfield with Harrison.
They just expanded the definition of horse collar to NCAA.
Harrison gets the carry, finds a hole, hits it hard. Good gain on the play. It looks to be about a gain of 7 on the play for Miles Harrison.
And another big run for Harrison. He's been in there all night. And the Vikes offense rolling once again, hoping to punch it in here.
It's about a 2nd and 4 or 5 for the Vikings offense inside the Gladiators' 35-yard line. 2 receivers out to Vitale's left. Lone receiver Perilliat on the far sideline. McNeil behind
Wouldn't be
Vitale.
surprised to see another run here.
Scrambles out to his right. Finds the receiver. Goes up. Makes a big grab. Huge grab by number 20. Gabriel Watson coming out of that tight end position, making a huge grab.
Yeah, that's a great catch right there. Great throw by Vitale. And the Vikings down into the red zone with inside the 10-yard line. This has been another big drive. They need to punch it in here, get the momentum all the way on their side.
It'll be 1st and goal for the Vikings offense. The ball is right at the 10-yard line. Trips formation here to the near sideline. Harrison in the backfield.
He's got that one-on-one on the far side again.
Looking for Perilliat on a crossing route.
And there is the
DB
flag.
impeded his progress. Number 6, pass interference. Another late flag. Be interesting to see what they come up with here.
Yeah, it looked like there was a little bit of late contact out there for the Diablo Valley after the play. These two flags may offset each other. And again, right when the Diablo Valley offense start rolling, here come the penalty flags.
We'll get the call right now. We just have a pass interference call on the defense, nothing else after the play. That will result in a 1st down for the Vikings.
And that's a little bit of luck there for the Vikings. They get a call in their favor. And they're going to be moved down inside the 5-yard line. They need to punch it in right here. I would expect a run for Harrison. He's been motoring all night.
1st and goal from the Vikings, for the Vikings from the 5. Harrison in the backfield behind Vitale. Back in pistol.
Gladiator sideline getting into this game.
Vitale gives it to Harrison. There is a flag on the play. Harrison to the near sideline. Brought down short of the goal line. Another flag on the play. We have 2 flags, separate flags on the play.
It looks like the first flag's going to be offsides on the defense. I didn't see where the second flag came from.
The referees are discussing their call in the back of the end zone.
One thing that's hurt both the teams tonight have been the penalty flags.
This has definitely been a penalty-ridden game for sure.
Yeah, not a clean-cut game as we expected.
This is an important game for both teams here, though. Both teams tough losses last week, looking to get back on the winning track here. Neither team wants to go down 0-2, so this is a very important drive for both teams here.
Yeah, this is a big game for the Seasons. They need to get their first win, chart up something good for each team. And if the Vikings can punch it in here, it'd be surprising to see what they do for the extra point. Down 8 right now as we go into late into the 3rd quarter. Referee still discussing the flags.
White Hats coming in with the call now. We'll let you know as soon as we do. We have offsides on the defense. That penalty will be declined. We've got a personal foul. It had to be on the hit on Harrison. And a player is ejected. It was a targeting call.
And that is a big call against the Gladiators. They're going to lose one of their starting defensive men. It looks to be number 4 who's coming off the field.
LaCavion Thomas Jr. was guilty of the penalty, and he will be ejected from this ball game.
Yeah, that's a big play. He's been making big play, or that's a big call. He's been making big plays in the secondary all night, and that might just be the call that turns around this Diablo Vikings offense that is still looking to punch it in from about the 2-yard line here. And I wouldn't be surprised if they go back to the run. What do you think here, Reese?
I think that's a safe bet here. They look to be at either the 1 or 2-yard line here. Safe call, running up the gut. They've been having success there all night.
Yeah, it looks like Watson's back in the game, the powerful runner. I think he's going to get the call here and hope to pound it into the to the end zone. Still some discussion going on.
Looks like they got the ball set at the 1 yard line. The Vikings elect to stay in the pistol formation. Number 4, Kendall McNeil.
And we'll see if McNeil
behind.
powers it in here.
Another trouble with the snap, and Vitale's brought down at about the 3 yard line. Another tackle for loss by number 41, Samuela Benuku.
And that's been the story of the game. Bad snap after bad snap. They need to figure this out. And they need to get into the end zone here.
It'll be 2nd and goal from the 3.
Snap will come from the 3. 2nd down.
Vitale back in pistol. Harrison now behind him. Vitale takes the snap, looks to his left, has a receiver, and it's caught by number 8, Cameron Norfleet, for the Vikings touchdown.
And that's a big play for the Vikes right there. They're going to be right back in this game. I'm surprised. I'm going to be waiting to see what this play call is here, and it looks like the offense is going to stay on the field. They're going to go for 2 here, it looks like, Reese.
Oh, good call, Blake. Looks like they're keeping the offense on the field, looking to tie it up with a little over 3 minutes remaining in the 3rd quarter. A little bit of confusion on the personnel for the Vikings here. Looks like they have too many men on the field right now. Okay, Perilliat's finally now coming off the field.
And this is a big play right here. They need to get back in this game, tie it up.
2-point conversion. Vitale back in the pistol. Another low snap. Throws it up for grabs. The ball is fumbled around and eventually dropped by the intended receiver on the play. 2-point conversion is no good. Gladiators still lead 14-12.
Yeah, that's a devastating blow to this Vikings offense. They needed to get back tied in this ball game, but there's still plenty of time left. They need a good defensive stand here and get that offense back on the field that's been rolling so well here in the 2nd half.
The score, 14-12. 2-point game for Chabot College. DVC to kick off.
Good.
And the Vikes here, I'm sure, hoping to pin the Gladiators back deep, keep them in their own territory, out of their territory, actually, and get that defense back on the field.
The heavy-footed Prominence Akubwa Onwamika on the kick for the Vikings. Number 9, DeJuan Johnson, and number 18, David Teu, back for the Gladiators to receive.
Providence to boot.
The kick is off. Johnson gets it at the goal line, chooses to take it out, finds a hole, and he's brought down just past the 20-yard line, and a late flag comes in the area of holding.
And number 30 coming in on that big hit there. That's Preston. And going back to that last scoring drive, the Vikings just marched down the field, had a few big plays, and they went back to what they saw worked in the 1st quarter and their first drive when they scored as well.
The holding on the kickoff will cost the Gladiators big time as the ball is spotted on what looks to be their own 8-yard line. The Vikings have pinned them deep here and will look to get a 3 and out.
This is dangerous territory here. This Vikes defense has been getting penetration all night on that O-line. They're going to look for a big play in the backfield.
O'Brien gives it off to his running back, Teyu. Makes a few cuts. Looks to be stopped for about a gain of 3 or 4 on the play.
There's that
Taken
Vikes
down by
running
number
defense.
33, Manoa. O'Brien back in shotgun. Looks like there's some early movement. Takes a deep shot, and he's got his man, number 14, Austin Camel. And he's brought down at midfield.
Yeah, there wasn't a flag on the play there, and it looked like there was definitely some movement on the line. Still a great open field tackle by what it looks to be number 28, Moana. Again, he's been in there all night, making big plays for the secondary.
38-yard pass officially. O'Brien back in shotgun. Some more movement. A flag comes. Another deep shot to Camel, and he doesn't come down with this one.
Yeah, that's.
But we have a separate flag in the area of the pass as well.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens here. I think it might have been a pass interference call. But that Viking D-line been jumping in the last couple of plays. Need to stay still, watch the ball, not get too eager to get after O'Brien.
They will accept the pass interference call, bringing the ball to the 34-yard line of the Vikings. It'll be 1st and 10 from there. The Gladiators have a nice drive going here. Coming off giving up a touchdown. This is exactly what they were looking for.
Yeah, they came back onto the field with a lot of energy, and they've been doing some good work back there.
O'Brien looking for another deep pass. Plenty of time. Now he's pressured on the play, and his knee touched. He's down on the play. Credit the sack to number 50, Troy DeCurr. All over the place today.
Yeah, there's that Vikings defense getting through the O-line again, making O'Brien scramble. He hasn't had much time to throw, but when he has, he's been on point.
Looks to be about 2nd and 17.
This is just what the Vikes were looking for, a big play on defense, and they got it.
O'Brien's got trips formation to the near sideline. He looks that way. Can't find a receiver. Now he finds one on the far sideline. Catches it on his backside. Good gain on the play. Looks to be a gain of about 10 on the play. It'll bring up about 3rd and 7.
That's
from
another
the 31.
That's another big play for O'Brien. He had to scramble, make something happen, and he made it work. I've been impressed by his play tonight. This is going to be a big down for the Vikings defense, looking to hold them, get off the field.
Shows formation for O'Brien to his right. Lone man number 11, Malik Langham, looking to the near sideline. Flag comes in. Pass was completed to number 7.
And there's
Malik
another late
Henderson.
flag.
We'll see what the flags are for here. We'll await the call now.
And it looks like it's going to be on the Gladiators, Reese.
You're right, Blake. Offensive pass interference. Huge call for this Viking defense looking to come up with a stop. It'll bring up a 3rd and very long for this Gladiators offense. The ball comes all the way back to the 46-yard line, bringing up a 3rd and a long 20.
That's another big break for this Vikings defense. And now they'll just look to try and keep them out of field goal range, I'm sure. A little bit of cushion here on the near side.
O'Brien looking to the far sideline, looking deep, intended for number 11. The pass was just short, and a late flag comes in.
And I don't know about that flag, Reese. It looks like he almost fell into him. I'm going to have to disagree with that call there.
This will be a huge call against this Viking defense, who would have had a 4th down.
Yeah, it looks to be on Dolo. And it's going to be an automatic first down.
That's a huge play for this Gladiators offense, who would have had to been forced to punt there.
And the crowd does not like that call.
Yeah, there's a bunch of unhappy fans here, as you can imagine. But they will have to forget about that. On to the next play, 1st and 10 from the 31-yard line for the Gladiators.
Yeah, the Vikes need to flush that and get back out there and keep playing defense. They've had a good run here the past couple of plays. They need to keep it up here, keep getting pressured back there on O'Brien.
Chips formation to the near sideline. Low snap, still gets it. Intended for number 28. Ryan Silva passes just long, out of Silva's reach.
And that seems to be O'Brien's go-to guy, Silva. He's been connecting with him all night, just overthrew him, and a big break there for the Vikes.
It'll be 2nd and 10 for the Gladiators with only 4 seconds remaining in the third quarter, excuse me.
Under 5 seconds remaining in the third quarter.
This will most likely be the last play of the quarter.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if O'Brien took a shot at the end zone here.
And he chooses to dump it off. Number 18, Teu, makes the linebacker miss.
Ooh, and a big hit.
Big hit. Dropped just short of the first down marker as well.
Yeah, Milan in there again with that open field tackle. He's been there all night, getting to the ball.
That'll end the third quarter for us here. It'll be a 3rd and very short for the first play of the 4th quarter. It'll be 3rd and short to start the 4th quarter here. O'Brien's under center. Number 25, D'Angelo Stubbs in the backfield. Play action pass, looking for Stubbs. Pass is just short, almost intercepted. It'll bring up a 4th and very short for this Gladiators offense.
Big play with the Vikes right there. They're going to have to decide to go for it here. It looks like they will go for it. The offense still on the field. But if the Vikes can get a stop here, this will be a big momentum shift for them.
Fourth down.
Big play here. O'Brien sharing the backfield with Stubbs.
He's got man on the near side. He likes to go there.
Takes the snaps. Scrambles out to his right. Both
Oh!
batted down. Good play by the Vikings defender. Turnover on downs.
Another great play with that Vikes defense. The secondary coming in clutch. It was Milan again there. And he's been all over the place all night. And now back onto the field. That Vikes offense has been rolling strong here in the second half. Hoping to go down and punch one in.
It'll be 1st and 10 from their own 32-yard line for the Vikings. Trips formation to the near sideline. Vitale takes the snap, looks to his left, finds his receiver for a short gain on the play. It looks like Brandon Perillia on the catch. Looks to be a gain of about 4.
And that's been seeming to work all night, those short passes, little quick slants. And I wouldn't be surprised here if they give the ball to McNeil in the backfield, let him pull the line forward a little bit, make it third and short.
Vitale looking to his left, looking deep, no man even in the area. Miscommunication there between Vitale and his receiver.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there. Vitale just didn't see what happened. He might have ran the wrong route there, but third and manageable here. We'll see if that Viking offense can punch this first down in.
Yep, 3rd and a manageable 5 here. Vitale back in his pistol formation. 2 receivers either side. Vitale takes the snap, hands it off, and McNeil's stuffed in the backfield. Gladiators didn't buy that at all. Number 29, Ethan Owens, big play, tackle for loss for the Gladiators defense.
Yeah, that's devastating right there. They had a little something going, and now they're going to have to punt. The only good thing there is Providence. He's got a good leg. He'll flip this field.
Number 9, DeJuan Johnson back to receive for the Gladiators. Prominence, Akubwa, Anwamika back to punt for the Vikings.
I just call him P.O. There we go.
Prominence. It takes a Gladiator bounce. Great field position for this Gladiator offense. They'll be starting at the Vikings 48-yard line. Short field for the Gladiators.
Yeah, that's the first time I think we've seen Prominence not have a good punt tonight. That DVC defense going to have to come out strong and hold them again.
There were quite a few repairs that had to be originally done, and then there were another 24 after the original. Yeah. And they changed. I don't know if you noticed, but they changed the light set. Yeah, much better. Yeah, they're so nice. He's like, they're on 75. Their highest settings on daylight.
O'Brien leading this Gladiator offense. Takes the snap, gives it off up the middle to number 30. Drags a few defenders for what might be a first down for the Gladiators. Looks to be exactly 10 yards for number 30, Osaru Ona.
Yeah, that's one of his first carries tonight.
They're
Powering
signaling a
through.
first down for the Vikings. I mean, excuse me, for the Gladiators. No. O'Brien back in shotgun, sharing the backfield with Ona. Takes the snap, gives it back to him. Vikings had a defender back there, missed the tackle. Ona's brought down for about a 3-yard gain on the carry.
Yeah, Peralta just missed that tackle. That would have been a big play for the Vikes right there. And number 50 having to come off the field here.
That's Troy DeCurr, who's been all over the field today, having to come out. Looks like a lower leg injury. That would be a tough blow for this Vikings defense if he has to stay out for any extended period of time.
Yeah, I think there might be a little bit of blood there on the knee. He'll get that fixed up and be right back out there.
Good to hear for this Viking defense. It'll be 2nd and about 7 for the Gladiators.
The umpire there discussing something with the center.
Ryan takes a snap, looking to the near sideline, looking to go deep. Center for number 11, Langham. What a beautiful back shoulder grab by number 11, Malik Langham, with the flag for the defender being draped all over him.
Yeah, I think that might be on offense.
Beautiful catch by Langham. Beautiful back shoulder throw by O'Brien as well.
Yeah, that's a hard play to defend. Defender never got turned around, never looked at the ball. And it will be on the Vikes. It's going to be on number 15, Adrian Dolo.
Yeah, it'll be 1st and 10 for the Gladiators at what looks to be the 12-yard line. Vikings will be looking to hold them just to a field goal attempt here. O'Brien gives it off to Ona, back up the middle, makes a cut. Brought down for minimal yardage on the play. Gain of about 3. Nick Breckler on the tackle.
Yeah, not much room to run right there. Good stand by that Vikes D line. Vikes need to get off the field here.
Austin Campbell, lone receiver, out to O'Brien's right. He gives it off to Ono once again. Vikings read it perfectly. Takes a couple men to bring him down. Looks to be a gain of maybe 1 on the play.
Yeah, Vikings run defense still looking good out there.
This is going to bring up a big 3rd down for the Vikings defense here. It'll be 3rd and about 7. It'd be important for them to force a field goal attempt here.
Yeah, they're going to need to force a field goal here and get that offense back onto the field. Give the defense a little bit of a break here. Try and get their breath.
3rd and 7.
Big play here for both teams. 3rd and 7. It looks to be the 10-yard line here.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what the play call is here, Reese.
Langham and Camel out to O'Brien's right. He looks to his left, looks to number 9, DeJuan Johnson, overthrows him.
No flag on the play there.
Vikings are lucky not to get a flag on that play. It'll bring up a 4th down. Interesting to see what they do here. Looks like they're bringing on the field goal team. That will be a win for the Vikings defense.
That's a good play there by the defense. I think the ball was uncatchable. That's why the flag wasn't thrown. But a huge play by that Vikes defense to hold them to a field goal there.
Jason Castro on for a 26-yard field goal attempt. Number 80, J.V. Daly, will be the holder.
It looks like the Vikes are going to stay back here. Make sure they don't get a penalty call.
Castro's kick is off, almost blocked, but it's right down the middle. It is good. Put 3 on the board for the Gladiators. It'll be 17-12. Gladiators leading the Vikings here with 10:46 remaining in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, I think that's a small victory for that Vikes defense. They're going to get their offense back on the field, only down 5. The Vikes need a touchdown here. They need to get back into the game.
let us please remind you, please subscribe to the Watch DVC Sports channel on YouTube. We're trying to reach a certain subscriber limit. A subscribe would be much appreciated. Thank you very much. Jason Castro on for the kickoff for the Gladiators. Austin Prowess is back looking to receive for the Vikings.
Yeah, the Vikes looking to get some good field position here out of him.
The kick is right to Prowess, following his up man. Trying to take it up the near sideline. Not much room there. Tackled by number 1, Jennifer Alphonse. Just past the 30-yard line. Vikings will start 1st and 10 from there.
Yeah, not a bad return there. Get some decent field position at the 30. They got a long 70 yards here to drive down the field, but very doable for this Vikes offense that's been rolling as of late.
Ball placed on the 29.
The ball is placed on the 29-yard line for the Vikings. Vitale is flanked by Miles Harrison in the backfield. 2 receivers on either side for Vitale. Vitale takes a snap, looking to the near sideline. Dumps it off for the short pass. Number 8 sheds a couple tacklers, still on his feet. Looks to get the 1st down to the 40-yard line. Great run after the catch for number 8, Cameron Norfleet. Another big play for number 8.
Yeah, exactly what I was going to say. Great job staying on his feet after the big hit. And he definitely earned that 1st down there. But Vitale going back to those short passes that have been working all night for them. And I wouldn't be surprised if they went right back to one right here.
Vitale back in his pistol formation, trips to the far side of the field. Looking that way, another short pass. It is batted down by number 43, Osborne Satani. Batted ball for Osborne Satani on the play. It'll be a 2nd and 10 for the Vikings from the 40.
They were trying to go back to that short stop route.
He was open too. Just those big paws of number 43 got in the way there.
And this is a big play here on 2nd and 10. They need to get the ball to at least somewhere on 3rd down and manageable here. Vitale does have a man-to-man option here on the near side.
Vitale takes the snap, gives it off to Harrison, cuts it to the near sideline, tries to make a man miss, unsuccessful, brought down, good tackle by number 3, Golden Ventures on the play. It'll be 3rd and long for this Vikings offense.
Yeah, nowhere to go there. DB snuffed that one out. And this is another big play for this Vikes offense. They need to get a 1st down here. They need to keep this offensive drive rolling. With only 9 minutes to go here in this 4th quarter.
Spot is at the 42.
No, 3rd and 8.
That Gladiator sideline really getting into this game here.
Vitale takes the snap, looking for a deep pass intended for number 10, Spears. Tries to come back to the ball.
And
no flag on the
flag.
play. He tried coming back to the ball. Number 8 was in coverage, Titus Sullivan. There definitely could be an argument made there that he impeded his progress.
Yeah, Solomon got in the way there. There was a lot of jersey grabbed. And you can hear the boos now coming from this Diablo Valley fans. They did not like that call. And that's a heartbreaker.
Vikings are bringing on the punt team here. Heavy-footed prominence, Akubwa Onwamika back on the field. Oh, it's another fake for the Vikings. This one not successful. They only get to the 45. It'll be a turnover there. They just gave great field position to this Gladiators offense. They're going to ask a lot of the Vikings defense here on this next drive.
Yeah, I don't know what the coaching staff is thinking there. They must have a lot of confidence in this defense to hold them here. That's a risky play call with such bad field position. The Vikes are going to need a big defensive stand here. They need to get a 3 and out, get their offense back on the field if they want any chance of winning this one.
O'Brien leading the Gladiators offense back on the field.
O'Brien's got his favorite trips to the right.
Another botch snap. Couple Vikings in the backfield. Finally brought down. Looks to be a loss of 1 by number 52, Badu. Voodoo.
Yeah, Boodoo's been all over the field tonight as well.
Yeah, he's been making plays left and right here. They're going to need him on this drive here. 2nd and 11.
That's a big play to start off this drive, though, Reese.
O'Brien's all alone back there now in shotgun after he sent number 18, Teu, out to the near sideline.
It looks like Moana is going to come from the edge here and try and get some penetration into this offensive line. They got to get O'Brien, and they're going to have to take a timeout, Reese.
Timeout Gladiators. That's a 2nd of the half.
And that's a big timeout there, especially with this score and which how much time is left.
Clock shows 8:28.
Second and 11 for the Gladiators offense here. Vikings defense looking to make a big stop, get their offense back on the field. O'Brien drops back, looking deep. Ball is batted down.
95.
Number 95, Tyler McGregor. Big play for this Vikings defense.
Yeah, and now comes a 3rd down and about 12 or 11, and this is going to be a big play for the Gladiators here. They're going to need to put a 1st down up, and the Vikings hoping to hold them short, get that punting team back on.
2 receivers out to the far sideline for O'Brien. Langham here on the near side. He scrambles out to his right on a design play. Dumps it off to the running back, number 18, David Teu. Not enough for a 1st down. Great series of plays for the Vikings defense there, as the Gladiators do bring on their punt team. Vikings defense did force a 3-and-out.
Yep, that's a big possession there for the Vikings defense. They're going to force this Gladiators team to punt again.
Demarie McKenzie back to receive for the Vikings. Austin Camel, Gladiators punter. The punt is off. Looked to be a good one. McKenzie muffs the punt. The ball is in the end zone. There's a pile up there. We'll look to see who dove on it.
There's only 2 outcomes here, Reese. It's either a safety or a touchdown for the Gladiators. That's not good for the Vikes.
It's looking like it's going to be a safety for the.
And a huge call there for the Vikings as they get a touchback after a booted punt.
The Vikings are lucky to have that one.
Yeah,
McKenzie shouldn't have been anywhere near that ball. He should have let that ball bounce inside the 5-yard line like that.
I don't know what happened there. I don't know what he was thinking, trying to make too much happen. but a great outcome for the Vikes as they get the ball at the 20-yard line.
It'll be 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line. See what the Vikings can do on this drive here. They've got 7 minutes remaining.
And these Vikes fans are getting into the game here. We're hearing some chants.
2 receivers to either side. McNeil behind Vitale in a pistol. He has an open receiver, and he found him. Looks to be good enough for a first down. Number 25, Demarie McKenzie, making up for the Bots punt.
Yeah, big play there. Another one of the, he just slips right behind that first line of defense in the secondary and drops down and catches the ball for another 10-yard gain.
Same formation for Vitale, 2 receivers on either side. Looks like big number 20, Gabe Watson, flanked behind him. And they give it to him on a sweep play to the near sideline, trying to make a man miss. A flag does come in the area of holding. And it indeed is holding.
Another big penalty for the Vikes here. I'm sure that's going to be the point of interest in this week's practices.
It'll be a 1st and 20 for the Vikings offense now after the holding penalty. Trips formation for Vitale on the far sideline. Brandon Perilliat, lone receiver on the near sideline. Watson remains in the game at running back.
Yep, I'd expect a pass here from Vitale.
Vitale looking to the far sideline, looking deep, has a man. It's McKenzie. He's impeded on the play, and here come the flags. Automatic first down for the Vikings offense.
Yeah, that's a big play again for the Vikes. That pass interference has been getting called all night. He tried to come back to the ball, and 24 never turned his head. And the Vikes going to get some great field position here.
It's not a spot foul. It'll come back from the line of scrimmage, and they'll tack on 15 from there. That's why you're seeing the guys go back. The ball will be placed at the 36-yard line.
But it will be an automatic first down.
That is true.
First down for DVC. They trail by 5.
1st and 10 from their own 36-yard line.
I'm sure Vitale will be looking to go back to the air here.
Vitale looks for the short pass. Little miscommunication.
Ooh.
Pass intended for number 14, Devin McDaniels on the play.
He was open, just missed him on the outside.
Devin McDaniels, 14, the intended receiver, 2nd and 10.
Just under 6.5 here to go. The Vikes need to get downfield here and put one in.
Two receivers either sideline for the Vikings. Vitale takes the snap, looking to the far sideline, looking deep, has a receiver, it's Perilliat, and he's down with it. Big catch for the Vikings. Brandon Perilliat with what looks to be a 25 or 30-yard gain on the play.
That's a huge play for the Vikes right there, and what a catch right there. I mean, coming down with the ball, with the defender all over him, and this Vikings offense is rolling once again.
And they're in a hurry up now. Troops formation to the near sideline for Vitale.
Yeah.
Harrison's back in the game as running back.
Getting to the line quick.
McKenzie has went in motion. Now they've got two receivers on either side. Vitale looking to the far sideline. Has a man. It's McKenzie. Does he have it? Yes, he does. Touchdown Vikings. Demario McKenzie, corner of the end zone. Beautiful touch pass by Matt Vitale.
Vitale showing off that arm again. The Vikes with a big score here late in the fourth quarter. The fans are up on their feet. The team is ready to go. And the Vikes right back in this game. Up 1 here. Extra point to put them up to 2. We'll see what the call is. And it looks like the offense will be staying on the field. They're going to be going for 2 here, Reese.
That's a smart play here. They're up by 1, make it a 3-point game. Smart play here with only 5:55 remaining in the game.
Let's go back to that catch, though. What a catch in the end zone.
What a beautiful touch pass as well by Vitale. Only his man could grab it, put it right in the breadbasket. Got his I think he even got 2 feet in. It's only 1 here in JC ball, but I think he might even had 2 in.
Yeah.
Well, here's the 2-point conversion for the Vikings.
Play.
Back in the pistol. Harrison is at running back. 2 receivers either side. McKenzie goes in motion. Vitale to the right side, trying to find a man. Hasn't found one yet. Throws it across the field. It's a jump ball. And it's intercepted in the end zone. No harm, no foul. 2-point conversion, no good.
Yeah, just trying to find a man there. Lobs it up, hoping for one of his men to come down with it. But nonetheless, a great drive from that Diablo Vikings offense. Their defense needs to get back out there, get the ball back in their hands. We've got a game.
That we do, Blake, that we do. 18-17 Vikings lead late in the 4th quarter. Prominence, Akubwa, Onwamika on to kick. Johnson and Teu back to receive for the Gladiators. Johnson receives it, fumbles it at the 5, picks it up. Vikings defenders are trying to corral him, and they do at the Gladiators' 15-yard line. Not the best starting field position for the Gladiators offense.
That's a big play for the Vikes, though. They're getting them down in a long field to drive here with only 5:46 left. And that looks to be number 54 that's down on the field for the Vikes.
Yeah, it's DeMarco McNeil down on the field right now. Hopefully they can get him back out there. They're losing a few bodies tonight.
Yeah, he looks to be holding his left knee. That's not good.
Brad. Like the dudes that do Monday Night Football, they're making over $1 million an episode. Okay, please subscribe to watch DVC Sports. We'd really appreciate the subscribe button. O'Brien takes the short yards on the play. Stubbs with about a 2-yard carry on the play.
Yeah, not the best run we've seen from Stubbs yet. This is a huge possession for the Gladiators here.
Second and about 8 for the Gladiators here.
I'm sure O'Brien's looking to go back to the air.
Probably looking for his favorite target, Ryan Silvis, number 28. He's a guy to watch on this drive.
And it looks like there's a bit of confusion on the Gladiator side of the ball. Only 5 seconds till the play clock expires.
Play clock's running low here. O'Brien takes the snap. Looking for a deep pass. Looking for his man. And he comes down with it. Huge catch by number 7, Malik Henderson, with the DB all over him.
Here late in this fourth quarter, we've had a couple good catches in a row, a lot of good passes, and that's a big strike there for the Gladiator offense.
It'll be 1st and 10 in Vikings territory at the 45 here.
You can't really play that ball any better than the corner did.
The left tackle slow to the line here. The play clock's already below 15 seconds here. Gladiators would hate to use another timeout here. He's got O'Brien hands it off to number 25 up the middle, McKenzie. Short gain on the play, about 3 yards. Excuse me, D'Angelo Stubbs on the carry.
Clock's running down here.
It's getting down to 4 minutes here. Crunch time for both teams. O'Brien back in shotgun, flanked by Stubbs.
Diablo Valley looking to bring some pressure. Looks like they might bring a few extras here. Play clock running low again here. They're having some trouble getting the calls in.
2 eligible receivers on either side of the line for O'Brien in the Gladiators offense. O'Brien takes the snap. Looking for his intended receiver, Silvas, over the middle. Incomplete pass.
And that looked to me like it was actually a delay game. But no flag thrown.
3rd and a long 7 for this Gladiators offense.
O'Brien looks like he's hurting a little bit after taking that big hit earlier in this drive. It'll be 3rd and 7 for the Gladiators offense. O'Brien takes the snap. Looking over the middle, found his man, number 7, Malik Henderson, and it's enough for the 1st down. Big play over the middle for this Gladiators offense. Yeah, that little under route's been working pretty well for them tonight, cutting under the linebackers as they fall back into the secondary. This is crunch time here for the Diablo Valley defense.
2 receivers on either side of the field for O'Brien, flanked by Stubbs in the backfield with him. O'Brien, low snap, finds his man, number 14, Langham, tries to make a man miss. Looks to be another 1st down for this Gladiators offense inside the 20-yard line of the Vikings.
We're getting into the territory here where timeouts is going to be a big issue here for the Gladiators.
It'll be 1st and 10 for this Gladiator offense from the Vikings 19-yard line. Looks like they're trying to let a little bit of clock run here. We're now sitting at 2 minutes and 50 seconds remaining in the ballgame.
Yeah, the Gladiators definitely don't want to give the ball back to that Vikes red-hot offense with too much time left.
Gives it off to Stubbs, and he's stuffed in the backfield by a host of Vikings defenders, led by number 33, Manoa.
Another great play by the Vikings run defense. They've been there all night. And again, Gladiators letting some time run off this clock.
We're now approaching 2 minutes left in the ball game. It'll be 2nd and 12 from the Vikings 21-yard line. Trips formation here on the near sideline. Number 25, Stubbs, has now gone out to the far sideline, and he's all alone out there.
Silvis is in the game. We know he's going to be looked at.
O'Brien looking to the near sideline, pressure on the play, gets it off. Incomplete pass, well covered on the play by the Vikings
and
defense.
O'Brien is still down, a huge hit back there.
It's going to bring up a huge 3rd and 12 for this Vikings defense.
The Vikings defensive line getting a lot of pressure on O'Brien this 4th quarter. And we're going to have to see how he recovers from that hit. Looked like he landed on the right shoulder.
3rd and 12 from the 21 for the Gladiators offense. 2 receivers on either side.
Play clock running down here.
Play clock's at 1. They just get it off. Low snap. Looking for his man, Silvas, wide open in the end zone. Touchdown, Gladiators.
Touchdown, Chabot. 28, Ryan Silvas.
Silvas went streaking down the middle, got behind the Vikings defense, and was wide open in the end zone. Beautiful touch pass by O'Brien.
And who else but Silvas? He's been O'Brien's go-to man all night. You would think there would be a little bit more of a watchful eye on him, but he just slips right past the defense.
The Gladiators will go for 2 and try and make it a 7-point ball game. It's the right play here.
This is still a huge play for both sides. This could be a deciding play in the game here late in the 4th quarter.
There's still a minute 46 remaining for the Vikings offense. That's enough time for them to move down the field. And they still have 3 timeouts remaining. It's important to note.
Gladiators still trying to get the play call in here as the clock winds down to about 10.
Gladiators still don't have a play call in. Looks like they're going to use their timeout. Indeed, they will. They'll use their last timeout of the ball game here and make sure they have their right 2-point conversion play.
And that's another big timeout they didn't want to have to waste there. If the Vikes do manage to score here and take the lead, that's going to be a costful timeout. That's what the viewers want, bro.
All right, big 2-point conversion here. That'll make it a 7-point ball game if they're successful. Referees are discussing here. Not sure what they are discussing. Might be a time issue. Looks like everything's set. O'Brien's got 2 receivers on either side of the field for him. His favorite target, Silvas, is in the slot to his right.
Yeah, I have to say that they're going to let O'Brien throw this one. DVC run defense has been pretty stout all game.
O'Brien, another low snap, looks to his left. Pressure on the play. And he's brought down. Big play for the Vikings defense.
A huge play for the Vikes defense right there.
Number 50, Troy DeCurr, back on the field after having a bloody knee earlier.
They're able to hold this lead to 6, and if they can score an extra point, we'll win it.
Our score, 23-18, a minute 46 remaining in the fourth quarter.
A minute 46 left in the ball game. Vikings are down by 5, 23-18. But they will be getting the ball, and they do have 3 timeouts remaining. It's important to note that.
And another thing is O'Brien took another big hit right there on that play, trying to scramble and get outside the pocket.
Yeah, you can see O'Brien limping off the field now as we speak. But if the Vikings have their way, he will not see the field again in this ball game. Vikings do need a touchdown to take the lead in this ball game, though. Number 3.
And what do you think the strategy is here coming into this last minute and a half we have for the Vikings?
They've got time here, seeing that they got 3 timeouts remaining. And it's important to note also that after a first down, while they move the sticks, the clock does stop as well, so they can hurry up to the line and get more plays in. So there's no rush to go for a quick hitter right off the bat.
Yeah, I'd say they would stick to those short ins, short outs, and maybe not the running game as much with this clock winding down, but
Number 65, big Jason Castro on to kick. The kick is off, and it's caught by number 28, Deontay Malin. And he finds a hole up the middle, still on his feet. Evading tacklers, carrying him with them all the way to their own 45-yard line. Great starting field position for the Vikings.
A huge return right there. A big play on special teams. That's going to give this Viking offense excellent field position. And they're going to start their drive at about the 45-yard line.
That might have been the momentum these Vikings need in these last a minute 46. The clock never did move on the kickoff. So we still have a minute 46 remaining. It looks like the referees have now caught it.
Yeah, the clock didn't start when that kickoff. You're going to get chewed for a second. I've got the coach on the other side noticed that. It's okay. They just going to say 136 or 135.
The referees are discussing what the right time on the clock should be, as all the fans are getting into this ball game here, letting their voices be known.
This Vikings crowd getting on their feet here for this final possession.
How much? 143. Okay, 143. That was at 3 seconds.
Clock has been readjusted to 1 minute 43 seconds.
All right, clock is adjusted to 1 minute and 43 seconds. Okay, Matt Vitale and the Vikings offense will start on their own 45. Harrison in the backfield. 2 receivers split out to either side. Vitale takes the snap, looking to the near sideline. It doesn't find a man, scrambles around, rushed by number 43. Still looking downfield, decides to run it, and he runs out of bounds.
A late flag in the backfield. This might be a holding call. And I think it's clipping.
We'll get the official call here soon.
Penalty flag is down.
So sack is back to D42. He has a penalty. Oh, they're going to call hold.
Alright.
So going back line of scrimmage, they're going to go back 10 to 35.
It was indeed personal foul clipping on the play. That's going to be a big penalty for this Vikings offense. Put them back 15. It'll be 1st and 25 from their own 30-yard line here.
Yeah, after starting with great possession after that big return, they're just pushed back because of another mental mistake by this DVC offense. And now the Gladiators are getting up on their sidelines. They're trying to make some noise here.
Trips formation for Vitale here on the near sideline. Lone receiver on the other side. He's looking this way. And he's brought down by number 29 in the backfield, Ethan Owens. Looks like a loss of about 7 on the play.
Yeah, and the clock will continue to run here.
Vikings will use their first timeout of the half.
Timeout DVC. Their first timeout.
Stopping the clock at 1 minute and 17 seconds.
Ball placed on the 24.
It'll be interesting to see here what the play call is coming out of this timeout for the Vikings offense. 2nd and very long.
Looks like a long 30 here.
And they need to
they try and get it back in one play or chunk yardage here.
Yeah, I mean, they need to move down the field pretty quickly here. They're going to need a couple big plays to get anywhere close to a touchdown attempt.
2nd and 31 after the timeout is concluded.
All right, it'll be 2nd and about 30 here for this Vikings offense. They need to get to the Gladiators' 45-yard line for a first down.
Again, Gladiator sideline getting really hype over there, trying to get their team up.
Vitale takes the snap. Has the open receiver, number 25, McKenzie. Gets back about 15 yards on the play. And timeout for the Vikings. That'll be their 2nd of the half. 1:09 remaining. It'll be about a 3rd and 15 coming up.
Yeah,
the timeout.
That's a good play there, though. They got back a big chunk of the yardage. It's still going to be 3rd down and 15. But it's definitely more manageable than 3rd down and 30. And what do you think the play call is going to be here, Reese?
I would stick to maybe a post route or something with one of their outer receivers, but they're finding success with their slot receivers as well. Can't really go wrong there either.
Yeah, the Gladiator defense is going to give a little cushion here. They don't want to throw anything over the middle. They need to get to the sideline, stop that clock so they don't have to burn another timeout.
Yeah, they have 1 timeout remaining. It'd be important for them to hold on to it here as long as they can, seeing there's only a little over a minute remaining in this ball game.
Yeah, they're still going to need a big play here. This is probably the biggest play of the game right here on 3rd down and 15. This is definitely 4-down territory, though.
All right, Vitale back in his pistol, takes the snap, fakes the handoff, rolls out to his left, has a man open, number 8, and he's caught it at their 30-yard line. Big first down by number 8, Cameron Norfleet. Been making big plays all game for the Vikings.
Yes, another big play, another perfect pass by Vitale, and it looks like there's going to be an injured Gladiator on the field, which is going to actually help out the Vikings with that clock stoppage. And you called it exactly, Reese. They went back to that slot receiver. They hit him on an in route, and a huge play for the Diablo Valley Vikings.
Vikings are now in Gladiator territory. Ball sits at the Gladiators' 30-yard line. 1:01 remaining on the play clock. Vikings still retain their 1 timeout.
Yeah, plenty of time here. They can go from a wide range of plays. But let's not forget they're down 6 points here. They need a touchdown to tie and an extra point to win.
Trips formation here on the near sideline for Vitale, who is flanked by Watson behind him in the pistol. Vitale takes the snap, Has an open receiver in number 10 who is down without a touch. That's Demetrius Spears. They're in a hurry-up offense. 44 seconds remaining on the play clock.
I would think they're going to go right back to that short stop route. They need to get the play on, though. There's only 30 seconds left.
Vitale takes the snap, looks to the near sideline, looking deep for Spears, tries to come back to the ball. No flag, incomplete pass. It'll bring up a 3rd and 3 for the Viking offense here. An argument can be made there that there was pass interference, but no flag on the field.
Grab the guy. Is your head that far up your ass?
There's going to be a change in the play clock here. They're going to put 2 seconds back on, make it 29 seconds left in the half in the quarter.
I mean, I don't mind if the guy makes a great play, but the guy just grabbed the guy and didn't look back.
It'll be 3rd and 3 from the 23-yard line of the Gladiators. It's important for them to convert here. Vitale takes the snap, looks to the near sideline, has a man, and it's caught. But number 8, Cameron Norfleet, once again coming up for a big play for the Vikings
and
offense.
that's a first down, so the clock will stop here. They need to get to the line. They need to get a playoff right here.
Vitale quick to the line, under
It looks
center.
like they might go for the spike.
Vitale spikes the ball, stops the clock at 21.8 seconds remaining in the ball game.
Yeah, this is going to come down to the wire, Reese. It's all about play calling here. It's all about execution in the red zone.
They do have 1 timeout remaining, so if they do choose to go to a route that's shorter than the yardage, they can still use that timeout.
Yeah, they still have a full playbook to go with here. Those short stop routes would still work. It's not 1st and goal yet, so they could get a first down and stop that clock. But I would definitely assume they're going to go back to the air here.
2 receivers either side of the field for Vitale, who's flanked by Watson. Vitale gets the snap, looking to the near sideline, looking for it all, looking for Spears, and a flag comes out. The receiver was being held the whole time. Defensive back never looked back to the ball. Easy flag for the back judge there.
Yeah, and that's going to be an automatic first down, and it'll stop the clock for them. And this is going to be a huge call for the Vikes.
Number 3 was the guilty party on that play, Golden Ventures. The ball will be placed at the Gladiators' 7-yard line. 16.2 seconds remaining in our ball game here, folks.
Yeah,
Don't want to miss our ending here.
This is clutch time here for Vitale. He needs to punch it in here. Find that open man. It looks like they're going to go back to the air with this formation they're in.
Vitale's favorite formation here, pistol with 2 receivers on either side. Vitale takes the snap, looking to the near sideline. Has his man, number 8, Norfleet with the touchdown. 12.6 seconds remaining. We have a tied ball game.
Just a little out route there, a little pick. What a play. What a comeback by the Vikes. Only 12 seconds left. This has been a great game, and this extra point will win it.
Excuse me. Vikings were only down by 5, meaning those 6 points will put them up 24 to 23, and they'll go for a 2-point conversion. I'm sorry, folks, my mistake.
They're gonna take that final timeout. The Vikings are up by 1 here. We had a miscommunication there.
Yeah, correction. The Vikings are up regardless of the PAT here. It's 24 to 23 Vikings as it stands right now.
But what a play.
What a play by Norfleet. Been all over the field today, making big plays left and right.
A lot of credit there to the coach. What a play call. He knew that the pick route would be open. Vitale saw it, put it right where he needed to be, and a big touchdown for the Vikes.
Off credit also to the offensive line for giving enough time for that play to develop there. Vitale put it right on Norfleet, right where it needed to be.
Yeah,
beautiful touchdown.
And they have
Beautiful
really
execution.
turned around their entire offensive execution for the whole second half. First half they came out kind of slow, but this whole second half they've really turned it around and they've made this a ball game.
Vikings going for a pair.
Vikings going for the 2-point conversion here.
Vitale, he likes that formation.
Yeah, his favorite formation. 2 receivers on either side of the field, flanked by Watson. Looking to the near side. Has a man wide open in the end zone. That's number 10, Demetrius Spears. 2-point conversion attempt is good. Vikings are up by 3.
And that actually looks like the exact same play ran again in front of the opposite receiver. Another big play for the Vikes. 12 seconds remaining. And this game has been a great one.
Well-played game, both sides. Vikings defense needs to come up with 12 more seconds worth of quality defense, and they can put it away.
Yeah, let's not forget this kick is going to be a big one. They're going to have to make sure they stay in their lanes getting down the field. Don't let them break anything out. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they just take the touchback here. Or maybe if the Vikes squib kick, that could be a potential play call to try and make them waste some time out of here. They don't want O'Brien back on the field. He's got a big arm, and he can really throw the ball.
Big-legged kicker, Prominence, Akuba Onwamika. Deep for the Gladiators are number 9, DeJuan Johnson, and number 18, David Teu.
Yeah, I would fully expect a squib kick here. Don't let a big return happen. Kick it down the middle of the field, on the ground, and make them go for that long bomb for the winning game.
All balls falling down before the kick. We will reset it and re-kick. Prominence kick is off, and it indeed is a squib kick picked up by Johnson at about his own 20-yard line, looking to take it to the sideline, where he's met by a host of Vikings defenders who force him out of bounds at about the 30-yard line. 4 seconds remain in the ball game here.
And that's a great play call. Squib it, make him run some time off the clock. But let's not forget about the dangerous arm of O'Brien. He's got one last chance here to go up the end zone. That Vikings defense is in what looks to be a cover 3, playing a lot of cushion. And this will probably be the final play of the game here for the Vikes.
There will be 6 seconds on the game clock. But as you can all imagine, there will be a deep pass here.
Yeah, definitely a deep pass, possibly a screen to try and get something going, get some blockers out in front. They are on their own 30, so I don't think you can get the ball to the end zone.
Gladiators are out of timeouts as well, so they have no way of stopping the clock.
Yeah, I definitely wouldn't be surprised to see a screen here. Try and get some blocking upfield and get that slippery running back Teo down the field and see if he can make something happen. But you never know.
Here we go for O'Brien and the Gladiators offense. 6 seconds remaining. O'Brien takes the snap, looking to the far sideline. He heaves it up. A host of defenders, and it's broken up. Vikings win. Vikings win. 26-23. Vikings win over the Chabot Gladiators.
And I mean, what a game we had here today. A miraculous comeback late in the fourth quarter, and that's what the 2-minute drill is all about. They came out, they did their jobs, and a great first win for this Vikings team coming out in the fall 2017.
Thank you for joining us tonight, folks. Please, a reminder, please subscribe to Watch DVC Sports on the YouTube channel. Much appreciated. Thank you. We'll see you in the future.